Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of the Boxing Coalition. My name is Cam. Joining me tonight, a full house. We got Kimo, of course, being at the Kimo special. We got Hamada, Black Ski Mask Joe, White Ski Mask Joe, MV Chu, and Daniel Lim. Hope you guys are well.
Buzz. And Buzz.
Hello.
Today's just gonna be a crazy show. I can feel it already. There's gonna be no structure today, but I hope all you guys are well. I'll quickly start with Chu and Hamada because I don't think anyone else saw the fights. For me, last weekend, I think it was a Friday night, Spike TV, Fight of the Year contender, Edwin Rodriguez versus Michael Seals. Chu, I'll start with you. Is it Fight of the Year for you? What did you think? Very comical, really enjoyable fight.
Yeah, Fight of the Year so far. Class, just toe to toe. Like I said on Twitter, it reminded me of Kevin Kelly and Nazim Hamed. Just knockdowns on each side. One of Seals' knockdowns was hilarious. It was like he was going to fly out the ring. The only thing that was stopping him was the ropes he was about to take off. But, you know, credit to Edwin Rodriguez. He fucking handled his business. So I was quite surprised at how he came back after the first round. But that Seals guy doesn't keep his hands up. First time I saw him, he doesn't really keep his hands up. He's got power, but Edwin Rodriguez just took care of business and it was a great fight.
Yeah, I think I said to you the next day that, you know, when Seals got knocked down in the final knockdown and he kind of collapsed against the ropes, it almost reminded me of a Fight Night Champion knockdown when you're playing the game on the PS3 or the Xbox, but it was pretty hilarious. And even the way Edwin went down in the first round during the second knockdown, man, he kind of, like you said to me, it's kind of like he got gripped from the neck while throwing his punch and just pushed away. It was really funny. Hamada, Fight of the Year for you?
Fight of the Year, Fight of the Decade, Fight of the Century. Nah, I'm joking. Nah, but it was a great fight. One of the best fights I've seen in a long time. Kind of tells you where we are with boxing at the moment. It was an extraordinary fight. It was mad because Edwin Rodriguez, what came out first round, started winging these wild looping shots, and he caught him early, got him down, and then he got caught himself while trying to take him out with the right hand, dropped him, and this Seals guy could punch. You can just tell because the knockdowns were heavy. Like Rodriguez, you could tell like his hand would touch the ground, and like his arm would kind of shake.
Yeah,
and he would take his time to get up. So he had real power, this Seals guy. And then the knockdown at the end of round one, I mean, I don't know how Edwin got up from that. It was a huge shot. Not even just to his face, it was to his temple area as well. I don't know how he got up. You saw straight away his arms started flailing, legs were gone. He went back into the ropes as he was trying to get up. And he saw it through and actually done well in the second round to recover. Dropped him towards the end of the second round with a good right hand. And then the finish was just brutal. He caught him with that right hand and just walked away. He knew it was over. Did you not see when Seals got knocked down? I think it was in the second round. And then he was looking into the crowd because there was a fight going on.
Yeah. The commentators were mentioning it as well. A fight broke out in the crowd and his concentration was over there. But quickly, Chu and Hamada, that first knockdown with Seals, the first knockdown of the fight when Seals went down and the ref counted it as a knockdown, I didn't really class that as a knockdown. It looked like he was trying to like escape from the corner and he kind of stumbled and fell.
Nah, it was. He caught him with some shots before that rocked him badly, and then I think one of the shots hit him on the shoulder, which sent him down when he was trying to exit the corner of the ring. Yeah. It was kind of like the Afolabi knockdown. Do you remember when Afolabi hurt him with one shot and then hit him on the shoulder, which sent him down to the ground?
Over. Yeah.
So I think it was similar to that.
All right, fair enough.
But I want to quickly say something, though. I don't understand this rule. They say you can't be saved by the bell. But Edwin Rodriguez was basically saved by the bell in that fight. Isn't that against the rules in boxing? Like, shouldn't... Obviously, it's good that the referee didn't wave it off, but it's just like, it's confusing. They use this rule every fight. They say it before every fight. You cannot be saved by the bell. And then fighters, we see how many times over and over again get saved by the bell. I just think they should scrap that rule, don't you think?
I don't really know. Was he really saved by the bell, in your opinion?
He was gone. Did you see him at the end of the round? He started holding him, and he didn't even know where his corner was.
I know, but then he's still in the fight, like...
I think Ronnie Shows had to come in and bring him back to the corner.
Help him on his way.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's...
I don't know.
It's a difficult subject just because, you hear the 10-second clap and, a lot of the time the referees want to kind of give them the benefit of the doubt if they've kind of held out to the last few seconds of the round. So it is a bit of a shady territory, to be honest.
I just think they should scrap it altogether, to be honest.
Sorry, but Hamada, doesn't that rule apply to only people that are actually down on the canvas and then having to complete their 10 count? Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear what you're saying, but I think that was
let's say there's 5 seconds left in the round. You get knocked down. Like you have to get up during the entire count in order to survive. I think that's what they mean, that you can be saved by the bell. Anybody correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I understand with the rule.
That's absolutely correct, but I think what Hamad is saying is that sometimes these people they don't necessarily get up on their own accord, right? They have assistance from their cornermen, so that kind of creates that gray line that you're not 100% sure about. So, which is fair.
Didn't Sills look like Alan Green? I thought Adrian Rodriguez was fighting Alan Green at first. It looked like him a bit.
Yeah. But I don't know. That's a difficult question to answer. I don't know what the alternative would be either. Right? If you scrap that rule book altogether, then what is there? I mean, you can't obviously change the 10 count system by itself.
Saved by death.
So.
Rodriguez was carried back to the corner like he was James Brown. It's like fucking dragged back.
Yeah.
But hey, it worked. He came back and he won. So whatever they done in the corner must have been fucking great.
Yep. All right, let's move on. Kimo, I'm depressed. Even though we got a big fight tomorrow, I was up very early. 2 screens on my laptop. Fucking mouse ready, plugged into the Ethernet wire to make sure that I didn't lose wireless signal. 9 a.m. came, and basically in 2 minutes the fight between Frampton and Quigg was sold out.
Yeah, man. I also whipped out my credit card and, bad shit happened, man. What can I say? To be honest, I know you guys are going to shit on Eddie Hearn, so we might as well get that out of the way. But for me, I'm kind of used to this, whenever you have a massive event, where tickets are in high demand, they always get put on the secondary market straight away. So it was kind of expected, I guess, right? But that was fast, man. Like we were there, what was it? Two minutes passed, and pretty much all the seats were gone. So
yeah, people were saying to me, "Oh, I got mine a bit later. I was kept refreshing," but yeah, I was refreshing as well, and odd tickets were popping up. As soon as you select them, they were kind of not there anymore. And I know they held back some of the ticket amounts for the boxes, and I'm sure StubHub have got like a massive percentage, because straight away, they were up on the secondary market, so no one's going to buy them within 5 minutes and put them straight on StubHub that quick. StubHub must have had their fair amount given to them by Matchroom, so that was quite disappointing.
It reminds me a little bit of a certain fight that we had not too long ago.
The
yeah,
Golovkin fight.
No. I mean, it's nowhere near the scale, obviously, but it kind of reminded me of Pacquiao Mayweather. Where you have a fight that everybody's been waiting for such a long time, and then nobody can fucking go to it. And holding back tickets for fighters. I mean, aren't we normally talking like in the hundreds, not in the thousands?
Yeah, exactly. The only question I have is from a financial standpoint, why does that make sense? I mean, why not just make the tickets a time and a half, whatever you're currently pricing them at, and just sell more tickets directly to the consumer rather than having a third party involved?
Maybe because that's too
logical.
No, it's not like logical, but you're actually making it public that you're like charging double prices. So This is
That's
kind of
fair.
an indirect way of raising your prices,
Okay.
I guess.
So I guess my counter to that would be is if you are selling a third sale or third party, excuse me, to StubHub, for example, do the promoters get a certain cut of whatever they sell on that
This is
secondary
where
market?
Lim, it's a fair question because that's, I think, where the UK guys here are going to jump in because, Cam, you've told me as well that apparently Hearn has some sort of stake in StubHub and he'll probably get a share of it. So I don't know how that works. That's more for you guys to answer. But
Not for this fight, though. Like Eddie Hearn said on his Twitter that StubHub weren't available.
I don't believe it, to be honest. All of a sudden, he's promoting StubHub in all of his fights in the corners, of the ring posts, and all of a sudden for this fight, he's not got a deal with StubHub. It just sounds shady to me.
Yeah.
I just don't get why they haven't put it in the Millennium Stadium.
Yeah,
Totally agree.
put the roof on and let all the proper boxing fans come, because
It was just fucking disgusting seeing all the casuals put their tickets up and tweeting Hearn and stuff like that. Like, 4 tickets booked. Fuck off.
But those are like 10 people or something, and Eddie Hearn just retweets them, but God knows how many fucking people missed out.
See,
But-
20,000 Carl Frampton could sell 20,000 on his own. Scott Quigg could sell 20,000 from his Grand's chip shop.
Cardiff's
That's
a great venue for boxing. The city is fucking geared to live sporting events.
You just want it there so you don't have to go that far.
Yeah, but still, I don't know why. It's an indoor stadium. It's not cold in there. It wouldn't be freezing. It's just, I don't know why they've decided in Manchester. Maybe it's booked out or something, but I just didn't, or he doesn't think that they can do 60,000. But based on the sales this morning, I don't know, I reckon they could have.
If he wants to put Warrington and Selby in Leeds, then,
Yeah, fucking hell.
I knew that fight would sell out in minutes because, I'm looking at my Facebook and I'm looking at my Twitter and I'm noticing people who don't usually give a fuck about boxing care about this fight. And they're up to speed of what's happening the next day at 9 a.m. The tickets go on sale. You need to go on this website. I knew it was going to be a pain in the arse because when you've got so many casuals involved in the fight like that. And I'm not even sad for me because I've never seen that Scott Quigg fight or a Carl Frampton fight live. I'm just sad for the people who actually go to these fights, who are regulars to see Scott Quigg and Carl Frampton. They're probably not going to get a ticket unless, according to Eddie Hearn, they're on the undercard or they directly know Carl Frampton or Scott Quigg.
Yeah.
Which is fucking bollocks, man. The only way we could have got a ticket is if one of us turned pro 3 years ago and sneaked our way onto the undercard.
Maybe
You're
we
right,
should ask Roos for some tickets then.
Roos.
It's a fucking great shout. Is Eric Cheng on that card?
Shit, man. Yo, let's get Roos on the line. Let me phone him up. No, but I agree with you, Chu, and I did have the conversation with you about it would be hard for us to get tickets, and yeah, I was right, man. I thought we'd get some, though. I thought we'd at least get a couple, but yeah, pretty disappointing.
We could have gotten a couple of nosebleeds, but
Yeah, you don't want to pay all that.
Yeah,
Yeah, some of them are expensive, So I think the ticket sales are a bit overpriced as well, because I was looking at seats that are normally priced, for example, the crawler card, and they're more than double the price almost.
Be watching two
disappointing,
ants fight under a magnifying glass.
Yeah, fuck that, man. Fuck that.
Yeah, and I don't want to spend all fucking show talking about Quigg Frampton, not the fight, but the press conferences were fucking brilliant. I had a lot of fun watching them. I thought Quigg acquitted himself extremely well. That paper fucking joke that he said was just brilliant. I'm a bit hesitant to say that he made it up himself. Probably Hearn told him to say it. But you could just see how easy Frampton and McGuigan were getting wound up by Hearn. Hearn was having a fucking whale of a time winding those two up. But it's got me psyched for that fight now, definitely.
Dude, I think Quigg is actually coming into his own, man. Like, he's getting really talkative. No, I'm not joking, man. Like, he was fucking spitting on the mic, man. I'm serious. Like, I really enjoyed it. It was really good, and I don't know, man. The whole Frampton camp just seems very emotional.
They do.
And I think. I mean, it might be a bit of a bold prediction, but I think it might work against Frampton, man, come fight night, because I don't know if he's going to decide to box disciplined. I have a feeling he wants to hurt Quigg, and that could spell trouble for him.
Yeah, I think he wants to hurt Hearn more than he wants to hurt Quigg, though.
That's a good point.
It's got me pumped.
All right, just lastly. Sorry, go ahead, Emma.
No, go on. No, don't worry, don't matter. I was just going to say something stupid.
Now say it, man. I want to hear it.
I was just going to say, do you blame him?
No, not really, to be honest. But just lastly on the subject, it's pretty amazing if you think about it, you know, how fast this fight sold out. If you compare it to like Golovkin Lemieux, that was a biggish fight, and I think that sold a big stake of its tickets in the first day, but it didn't sell out in the first day. And for two, you know, super bantamweights to be selling out 21,000 tickets in a short amount of time is pretty big,
Under
man.
an hour, really.
Yeah, to say it's an hour.
Hearn will say 45 seconds or some bullshit.
Yeah. You know,
It was under an hour.
Yeah, but still, it was pretty amazing if you think about it.
Yeah, if you think, like, you only got to go 2 divisions below this and it's super flyweight.
Yep.
Like, fucking hell, that's mental.
Yep.
Is it sold
Cam,
out officially, or is there still someone like them websites, StubHub and...
Oh, still on the
Well,
websites, but...
Yeah, so it's not sold out then.
To me, it's sold out, though, really, because, like...
Yeah, all of
So-
his tickets have gone.
So it's quite cheeky about it. At 9 a.m, 9,000 tickets were on sale to the general public, and then the rest went on sale at 12 for the people with the Fight Pass.
Yep.
And then he said on his Twitter, "Oh, you can't join Fight Pass today." I wish you fucking told me yesterday.
The thing is, that's cheeky, that, because when they released Fight Pass, the whole idea behind it was, you know, priority tickets, you get your tickets before, you know, general release. And for this fight, like, if I would have got Fight Pass, I would be fucking pissed off that I'm getting my tickets, or I'm not even getting my tickets, I'm getting the opportunity to maybe get tickets after that general public have got the opportunity. That's fucked up.
That is fucked up.
Yeah, I was saying...
Yeah, but Cam,
Go on.
Yeah, I was just going to say, Cam, that's probably just the timing of it. I think there's just sections probably dedicated to Fight Pass and to the public. So the timing as to when the sale goes on doesn't really affect like which tickets you can get. But I think regardless, a lot of Fight Pass people are pissed because, again, how many tickets were available for Fight Pass? Does anybody know? Probably not a lot.
A couple of thousand.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sells out in a couple of seconds as well.
Exactly.
The thing is, he did this for Wembley, but no one noticed it because there were so many tickets to the general sale. Like, there was 80,000 tickets sold at Wembley, but I bet you only about 50 or 40 were on general sale, which is probably the same percentage as today, but it's because people have missed out massively today that they've clocked on and realised that Hearn sells a shitloads of tickets over to StubHub and to his fucking corporate boys and all that. But it's only because they missed out today that they've kicked off.
Yeah, that's why ticket sales nowadays. I don't think it doesn't mean jack shit anymore. You know, selling out within a certain time frame, et cetera, it doesn't mean anything because you could always skew the numbers.
Yep.
Like
Exactly.
I saw 40 quid tickets being listed at like 250 quid on StubHub and shit, and that's just ridiculous.
And what's the translation of that into American dollars?
I don't know, what was it, like $300, something like that? I'm not sure.
That's like,
Yeah.
that's
400.
like a $65-$70 ticket going to like $400.
Okay. All right,
And there's dickheads that'll pay for that as well.
Yeah, of course.
All right, let's get off the subject now. It is the Cotto Canelo special.
Yeah.
Joe's been a bit quiet. I get Joe's thoughts. Joe.
Handsome Joe.
Please don't start with Angulo impression though.
Nah, I won't.
There's-
Handsome
worked well.
Joe. Oh man, I'm still not decided on who the fuck I want to pick, man. To be honest with you, I'm just waiting for this fucking weigh-in.
Oh man.
Oh man, I'm telling you.
Oh. Oh.
But I've been getting pumped up with the 24/7 with the how the way they've been promoting it, the way that the episode aired with like the two kids, like a Mexican kid and a Puerto Rican kid training in their countries, I guess, and like how they
Be careful with your words, Joe.
but yeah, and then Chepo making those beautiful songs on Canelo, and how
I
he,
cried. I cried, man. It was beautiful.
That shit was classic, man. And the way he just chops those meats and just cooks them up, man, it's a beautiful thing. I think he's probably gonna give Chu a run for his money, you know.
That just shows you the level of bumminess in Canelo's corner. The brainchild of their entire operations is a fucking butcher. He's a former butcher.
Yo,
He is a shit team. That's one thing I'll talk about later, but I desperately want Canelo to actually have a legitimate team behind him, because that's one of the few ways that I could see him losing this fight, is just the lack of preparation.
that's one thing I wanted to ask you.
mental
Then,
standpoint.
if Canelo loses this fight badly, like, is that team just getting axed, and is he finding a new team?
You know what? I think Canelo is just such a pain in the ass to deal with that he's probably gonna refuse. So that's where Oscar De La Hoya has to come in and just say, look, we demand you to change teams, but I don't think Oscar has the balls for that.
Nah, I think what will happen, I think he'll keep the same team, but I think what will happen, I think probably Oscar De La Hoya will probably offer his services, as being a former fighter, and probably, want to train this cat, be more hands-on.
What?
I mean,
No,
he's offering it.
He's a promoter. He's a promoter.
No way that is happening.
He's got a job. He's got a full-time job he's got to deal with. But other than that, though, it's funny because I see a lot of similarities between Cotto and Canelo. Of course, Cotto in his younger career, Cotto didn't really have much of direction at all, right? When he grew up in the ranks, his uncle trained him, his father trained him, and after that, he had that amateur trainer who might have been good at what he did, but he had absolutely no expertise in the professional ranks, and along with the guy who trained him that one fight against Pacquiao. So I feel like they have a lot of similarities in terms of how they've been raised in the game. But,
Emmanuel Stewart also trained that guy.
Right. So, but Emmanuel's fantastic and all, but it just shows you that this guy has had a very wavering career in terms of the direction that he's received. And I think Canelo really needs to have someone like a Freddie Roach in his corner who's going to make him fight in a game plan that he's not comfortable with. But let's face it, Canelo is best when he's fighting on his front foot and when he's aggressive and he's throwing those combinations. And I feel like if you watch him train, if you watch his mitt work, his stuff on the bags, he'll throw beautiful combinations for about 10, 15 seconds, and then he'll take a 10-second breather. And it's just rinse and repeat. And I don't think he gets better that way.
Nah. You want him to be in Freddie Roach so that way you can have the best of both worlds, Wild Card and Canelo. Get the fuck out of here.
I never said
Selfish reasons.
Freddie Roach in particular. I said a Freddie Roach-like trainer. All right? I want someone who's going to actually dictate how he trains.
Well, so you're talking about Marvin there, basically.
No, I'm talking about anyone. It could be
Teddy
anyone.
Atlas.
Yeah, it could be Teddy Ellis for all of us, but not just anyone
Somos
except
bomberos.
Chapo, right? But it's funny that you bring up the 24/7s, Joe, because I honestly don't feel like this fight has been properly promoted here in
It
the
wasn't,
States.
man. And then the thing is, I also wanted to bring up was I felt like that face-off was kind of worthless, man. I don't think there should have even been a face-off because Max Kellerman was getting on my fucking nerves. I was watching that shit yesterday. And his stupid-ass questions. Well, he's a 3-1. Cotto, why do you think he's a 3-1? I don't know. Go to Vegas. Like, what the fuck, dude? Asking some retarded-ass questions, man.
Now,
What do you guys think about that face-off?
I agree. I thought that face-off was weak. One of the weakest ones I've seen for a while.
It's because of the personalities. They don't mesh well together.
And also,
Cotto
I think
doesn't
the
talk.
British version with Johnny Nelson has improved so much that the Max Kellerman version is getting a bit weak.
Come on, man. No, the HBO version is really good, but again, Cotto doesn't like to talk. He answers every question in the most boring fashion ever. And Canelo obviously has the language barrier as well, and he's not much of a talker either. It was actually his trainer that was the most outspoken.
True, but that
Roach
goes
tried to do
with
some
that
trash
kind of
talk
goes with
like
Joe's
Joe
point
does,
about.
but
Sorry to cut you off.
It just didn't come across for him.
Yeah, sorry to cut you off. That goes with Joe's point though
Go
about
on.
maybe not having a face-off.
The worst of it is Max Kellerman can't even talk either. You've got Cotto who can't talk, Canelo who can't talk, Max Kellerman just kind of moving his hands about, not talking.
They should have Chepo there on the barbecue grill.
They should have just had fucking Mayorga like be the host. Trash talking both of those guys.
I hate people who keep moving their hands when they talk like they're fucking describing something, but they're not saying anything. What the fuck are you doing, Kellerman? Honestly, it was like a UN Security Council, the amount of diplomacy going on in that fucking face-off. He's a good fighter. I respect him. I watched him growing up. He's a good fighter. I like his style. Mexico, Puerto Rico. Fuck off, man. What's the point in that if there's not going to be any tension? Like, it's up to them
I
to
agree.
promote that fight. And they're not promoting it. And if it does bad numbers, which everybody thinks it's going to do, bad numbers, then they've only got themselves to blame, because I've not seen Miguel Cotto or fucking Canelo do anything for it.
And quickly, Dan may know this, and Joe may know this. Did episode 2 air last night?
Yeah.
You know what? It did, but I've been trying to look for that shit.
It just got uploaded on HBO's YouTube channel.
Oh, just now? Okay. Because
Yeah,
I was trying
about
to
half an
search
hour
for
ago.
it before the show. I couldn't find it anywhere. And that's another thing. As soon as the show goes out, put it onto YouTube, start promoting it. You need to promote the fight. I agree with you, Lim. This fight's not being properly promoted.
Yeah.
And it's funny. I mean, I don't know if you want to talk about promotional companies straight off the bat, but it's being promoted by two relatively young companies. I mean, Rock Nation is an infant when it comes to boxing promotions. And then on the other hand, you got Golden Boy, who's probably the most poorly ran promotional company in boxing. Golden Boy it's a terrible fucking company from a business standpoint, right? Oscar De La Hoya got his entire business upended by Richard Schaefer. He's got absolutely no one left on his stable, and he's just a shitty promoter. And you got Rock Nation on the other hand. You think Jay-Z and his team give a shit about boxing? No, they don't spend any time actually doing the groundwork for boxing promotions. And I feel like boxing, more than most other sports, you need to have someone on the ground level to really spread the word of mouth, because it's such a less popular sport than some of the major sports in America. So I think it's just a sign of how two companies who aren't established by any means, they're just not ready to promote a fight of this level.
The thing that kind of trips me out about this fight, about the promotion side, it's like, okay, you have Jay-Z, right? Doesn't he have like his own like kind of like Pandora or like Spotify type of app, right? Like Tidal or something like that. You would think that somebody like that has probably like access to like fucking social media and all that, you would think that he'll probably try to promote the fight, since he's like known in the music industry,
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know, this fight, it better do good numbers, man. At least better than the Triple G numbers.
Well, of course it's going to do better than that, but what does that mean? I mean, obviously it's going to do better than that, but it has to break a certain number of pay-per-view buys for it to be even financially, feasible. And that would be, I don't know, maybe 500,000-600,000 pay-per-view buys, because Cotto's getting paid $18 million for this fight. Yeah, what? I mean, it's just two different comparisons.
You know what? Watching like this whole fight week build up and all the media reporters asking questions, one of the most stupidest questions I've heard this week has been, since Andre Ward is gone, how much do you think this is going to affect the pay-per-view? Like, what the fuck? Get out of here. That's like the most dumbest shit ever, man.
Did someone really ask that?
Yeah.
Which moron was that?
I don't want to expose him on air.
Who is it? Ellie Setback.
I believe so.
You don't want to expose him, but you expose him anyway. Hamada, what's your thoughts on the whole promotion of Cotto Canelo?
I don't know, man. It's weird because like when I watched 24/7, I was hyped for it, but like I don't know if it's me or this week I've been quite busy. I don't know. It seems like it's come around too quickly. Like there's been no hype on that. And I think you're alright. I don't know. No, it's weird. I can't explain it, man. It's just like I remember when the fight got signed. That was like in July, August, and already we're here. Like, yeah, I think you're alright. I think it has been under promoted. Like,
yeah,
I don't know. It's weird.
Joe Morgan.
It's not like it's a super fight. It's like it should be promoted like a super fight, but it's like Floyd's one of Floyd's normal fights, like Guerrero and Maidana, get pushed more than this fight has been pushed.
You just had to throw Floyd in, didn't you?
No, but obviously I'm just trying to say like they're not doing their jobs properly, man. The promotion side of things, the promoters and that.
I think the boxing fans are a bit wary. You know, it's like they've bought a meal and it had a fucking piece of glass in it. You know, Mayweather Pacquiao had a piece of glass in it and they sent it back. Now they don't want to buy another meal because they're expecting a piece of glass in it. So this fight really needs to produce. This needs to be a good fight. I'm not too bothered about the numbers. I think it'll do shit number-wise, but it better be a good fight. If it's not a good fight, people aren't going to buy the fucking pay-per-views anymore.
Let's just have a guess on numbers. Kimo, what type of numbers do you think it's going to do?
Cam, to be honest, I'm not really a person that you should involve in the whole numbers discussion. Like, I realize that this fight is being under promoted because when it first got made, I thought that, you know, it would be a mega event. It doesn't feel like it at all. But if you would ask me numbers, I really don't know. And frankly, I don't really give a shit. I'm just looking forward to the fight. I just hope it does well enough that, you know, if it's a good fight, that they make it again. Because I am down to see a trilogy if this shit is good. I am really hungry for like an action-packed drama type of fight. So if that's the case, let them make their money and let's do it again. That's all I care about.
Yo, can I say something real quick? Like, you know, Oscar De La Hoya has been saying and promoting this fight, this whole fight week, that this is the Latinos' Super Bowl. Okay. When it was previous, like Marquez versus Pacquiao or any type of like Mexican versus somebody that's on pay-per-view, it's crazy because like all these Latin supermarkets have like all these promotional shit going on for boxing. But this fucking fight, I don't see none of that shit here in my hood, you know? Like, I don't see no fucking Canelo posters, no Miguel Cotto posters, any promotional shit like Corona or Tecate, any shit like that, you know? Which is kind of like sad because this motherfucker's making a fraud claim that this is going to be like the greatest Hispanic shit, but you're not promoting it in the Spanish community. Well, at least in my neighborhood.
Yep. All right. What should we talk about next, boys?
We should talk about the fucking fight itself.
Yeah, let's just talk about that. Sorry about the rabbit hole that I led you guys on, but just one more thing before we move on is I think when you have two guys who may be really popular names, you know, probably two of the top 5 most popular fighters in boxing right now, they really haven't led a pay-per-view on their own, at least successfully, either Canelo or Cotto. So maybe that's what you get with these two guys is they've never had the history of a Mayweather or Pacquiao to actually generate a lot of numbers on their own. So maybe even if they are two household names, they still don't really get to that level that we expected initially.
Right, Kimo. Who you picking?
Yo.
Who are you picking?
Where you score out at though?
Well, I think it's a fantastic fight. I think there's two sides to this story. One is kind of the technical breakdown about who throws the better punches, who's the better boxer, who's got the better defense, who's got the more power. But to be honest, I don't think that's the core of the discussion. I think that a lot of this has to do with what the fuck has Cotto done at 154 or 160 for that matter, which obviously doesn't really exist. But I think his resume, and I'm not really a guy that tends to dissect resumes, but his resume at these weights is a fucking myth. I mean, it doesn't exist. He hasn't accomplished anything that I find it, you know, that I can take something out of and say, okay, he's got a good chance against Canelo. I really don't think it's there. I think that no. Daniel Gill was absolutely 100% gone that fight. He
Sergio
was
Martinez
gone as well. And the thing is, I don't give a shit that I picked Sergio in that fight. I really don't. That guy was fucking crippled coming into the fight. You know it, I know it, everybody knows it. You can't say that was a guy that was a live dog in there. He wasn't. The first punch he got hit with, his legs were gone. Yeah, both of his legs were taped up. I mean, he looked like shit. It wasn't any guy that I can say that he faced a legit opponent, a legit puncher at that weight. I think it's been a fucking joke, and I don't believe that come fight night he's gonna be able to take Canelo's punches properly.
Shit, he even fell on his own knees, like not even getting punched. He was just like running away. What the fuck?
No, but I mean, I invite everybody to tell me, like, what has Cotto, what valid experience has he gained at 154 or above? Like, tell me.
Yeah, the Margarita fights were fucking, decent.
But
I think one was at 47 though, wasn't it?
One eye, and
that was a done shot to shit Margarito.
Why everybody keep bringing this shit up? Like Margarito, they're comparing them like that's fucking retarded, dude. They're two complete different fighters.
Yeah, but he's talking about the size. But no, I agree with you, Kimo. That's kind of what makes this fight so fascinating is that there's so many different elements to take to look at. But I think what's important regarding that Sergio fight is a lot of people say, no one was giving Cotto a shot against Sergio, so you got to give Cotto a lot of credit. But I think that's more of a deception that Sergio Martinez's team was able to enforce rather than kind of our fault. Because like you mentioned, anybody who saw that fight clearly saw that Martinez was fighting on one fucking leg. I mean, that was about as crippled of a fighter as I've ever seen in person. And I don't know how you can warrant any kind of credibility on Cotto's performance based on an opponent like that.
I agree. I think he was totally injured, and frankly, I think his team should be ashamed for taking the fight in the first place. That's a whole different discussion. But again, my point stands is what valid experience has he taken at these weights? And I'll give you one name, and that's Austin Trout, who I don't fucking like, but that's the only decent name he fought that was in shape at the weight.
And he lost.
But he lost.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
how about Yuri Foreman?
Was he? Who was his trainer against Trout? Was it that Diaz guy, Pedro Diaz?
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure
against
it was.
Who, against Trout?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was.
I remember now. No, and I'm gonna sound really hypocritical in countering like this, Kimo, because I'm pretty harsh when it comes to fighters switching trainers. I don't feel like it does much service, but I don't know. I got a chance to watch that Trout fight and the Gale Martinez and the Rodriguez fight, and I know this isn't very substantive to say, but Cotto does look a lot different just from a pure eye test standpoint. And I know that word gets thrown way too much, but he does look different. He fights differently. The way he sits on his punches is very different. Like you compare the Cotto that fought Trout and you compare the Cotto that fought Gale, regardless of the bumminess of their opposition, I still think they're two.
I think Dan dropped off while he was talking.
Yeah, well, let me just follow up on that. I do agree with Lim that Cotto looks very much different under Freddie Roach. He is much more of an offensive fighter again. He focuses on the left hook. And I do like the way he looks, but for me, like, Cotto has always looked good against opponents that allow him to do his thing. If he faces somebody that will push him back or hurt him, he turns into a completely different fighter. And I'd like to hear from the people, if any, who are picking Cotto, what kind of a game plan does he need to implement to beat Canelo? Because boxing him, I don't think is going to happen. Cotto is not Erislandy Lara, and Cotto is not Floyd Mayweather. I don't think he has the capability to box Canelo on the back foot, on the outside for 12 rounds. He doesn't have the stamina, he doesn't have the skill, and he's much more easy to hit. So, yeah, I mean, let's open the floor up. Is anybody picking Cotto? Because I'm obviously not.
I'm picking Cotto. The game.
I'll make a defense of Cotto and why he could win this fight. Now, Canelo, I don't know Canelo well enough to see if he lives the life outside of the ring. I don't follow him on Twitter because he fucking tweets in Spanish all the time. But his gas tank is fucking shit. He's a 6-round fighter. Now, I don't know if it's because he doesn't live the life, or he could be one of these guys like George Groves who just doesn't, the gas tank just isn't there. Naturally, he cramps up and he can't fucking go the 12. Now, Cotto has been 12. He's been fucking knocked out in the 12th round, fair enough, against Pacquiao, but, you know, he's a guy that's going to fucking, when the going gets tough, he's in the fucking trenches. And I know he took a knee and all that shit, but, you know, this is a guy that's fucking done it. He's been there, done it. Fucking dug out wins when they didn't look like they were going to happen. Now, if I was Cotto and I was Roach, I would say just take Canelo late. And if his conditioning's what, you know, they've been saying it is, and that would be my game plan. My conditioning has got to be fucking superb if I'm Cotto, because I've got to take Canelo late. He will gas, there's no doubt about that. It'll come to the 8th and 9th round. If they're still in that fight, Canelo's going to start fucking having bricks for feet, and he's going to start gassing up. And that's why I agree with you that I don't think Cotto can win on points. I think the only way he wins is if he stops Canelo late. So, you know, if I'm picking Cotto, I'm just picking Cotto late because Canelo's gassed out and Cotto's just tougher. He's got a bit more dog in him. He's toughed it out and he's taken Canelo to a place that he hasn't been before.
But what makes you say that Cotto's tougher? When has you shown that?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. He's just a fucking warrior, though, isn't he?
Yeah, but why do you say that, though?
I don't know. I just think that his fucking past fights, you know, the way he knocked out fucking... what's his name? Fucking Foreman in the 9th. He knocked out Mayorga in the last round. You know, he's got power that carries late into fights.
I can't put any credibility behind either of those fights, though.
Yeah.
I mean...
They're meaningless fights.
Especially Mayorga.
And let's not forget that Mayweather hurt him badly as well at the end of the fight. Cotto doesn't have that good of a gas tank, Joe. I don't know why you say that he's going to stop him late. He's not good down the stretch at all. That's always where he fails.
Yeah, but it's better than Canelo's because Canelo is a 4 or 5 round fighter.
You know what? That's fair, and I'm gonna get a lot of bullshit for saying this, but I think against Lara, he didn't look great, but he looked decent enough, right? He showed something that he didn't show in his previous fights. Right, and at least being somewhat assertive in the later rounds, he did show that.
Yeah, but I think it's because Lara barely fucking hit him, and he didn't take anything out. You know,
no, Lara hit him all night.
Cotto's gonna fucking dig. And if you look at Cotto's box rack, the majority of his stoppages come sort of in the sort of mid to late rounds. He doesn't really blow people away in the 2nd or 3rd rounds like he did to Delvin Rodriguez. You know, he's a guy that fucking gets into fights and he gets a bit of time to get going. But that's why I think that's the only reason Cotto can win, because he's not going to outbox Canelo. The guy's younger, hungrier. He's probably a better technical boxer than people give him credit for. I think you just got to take Canelo to a place that he hasn't been before and take him into the fucking trenches.
You know,
You're speaking as if fucking Miguel Cotto's got like sat nav or something. Gotta take him somewhere he's never been before. You're mentioning Yuri Foreman. You know, Foreman's aptly named because he came straight from a building site. Mayorga fucking lives the life in a fucking soda can.
I know, I'm picking Canelo. I'm just trying to make a case for Cotto.
Yeah.
Well, let's hear from Cam, because he's actually picking him, right?
I'm picking Cotto. I think the game plan he's going to try and implement is just a lot of movement in the early rounds. Just going to try and, you know, let Canelo follow him. Canelo's never really been that great at cutting off the ring. And I think he just try and make him miss a bit, try and counter right hand, left hook, till about maybe the 6th, 7th, and then I'll think Freddie will say, you know, turn it on him now, put the pressure on him, because I agree that Canelo's, you know, a part-time stamina fighter. Like by the 6th, 7th, he's kind of gone. Even like against Kirkland, he might have not have been, but he started to look like he was tiring quite early, just before he knocked Kirkland out. I don't think it'll be a stoppage. I think, you know, Canelo will win maybe the 3, 4, 5 early rounds, and then Cotto will turn it around and Canelo will gas and he'll pick up the rest of the rounds. I don't see any knockdowns either. Do you guys see knockdowns in this fight?
I possibly see Canelo probably going down at least once.
You speak like a lawyer. Possibly, probably, he might, he could. Do you think he's going to knock him down or not?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Wait, who's knocking down who?
I think Cotto's gonna knock down Canelo at least once.
Wow. That's interesting. I have the complete opposite. I feel like Canelo is definitely going to drop
Oh,
Cotto.
Canelo's for sure gonna knock down Cotto at least two times at
So
least.
you got
Oh my god! What are you talking about?
Hagler hands, yeah. We're
Oh,
for a
man.
great fight.
Yo,
We're for a great
any of
fight.
you guys that are picking Canelo, will you guys change your opinion if he looks terrible at the weigh-in?
I don't
He
think
always-
seen the
videos.
He always looks bad in the weigh-ins, though, Cam.
What if he
Always.
looks worse than previous occasions? Just only because I think I said to you a couple of weeks, Dan, like keep making a weight where you're struggling. It takes something out of you, and he's kind of made 155 now for consecutive fights, and he's getting older, he's getting bigger. I think 155 is going to be his struggle weight, maybe in this fight or maybe the next fight. He's going to have to make his new catch weight king at 156 or 157 because he's not going to 160.
Canelo looks any worse fucking in this thing. They're going to be dragging him out on a stretcher.
Yep.
Just lumping a corpse on the scales.
I don't think he looked that bad in his previous two fights. I think the moment where he looked absolutely like shit was against Mayweather. That's when I thought he was properly drained because I don't pay attention to the body per se. Well, not in that respect, but I pay attention to the face, and his face was caved in completely against Floyd.
And he was sitting down constantly, wasn't he? Like whenever it wasn't necessary for him to stand up, he was just sitting down. He was so weak.
Yeah.
There is a clear difference if you look at pictures. For example, when you weighed in against Kirkland or against Lara, he didn't look like he looked against Floyd. And those couple of pounds, they took the life out of him, man.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Kimo now he's getting older, and he's getting growing into his kind of man body. 155 is going to be like his 152.
I mean, it's possible. I mean, he is getting bigger and thicker and all this, but
And sexier.
I mean, I can't rely on that. Yeah, I agree.
More handsome.
Dano was asked to turn the conversation gay.
When is the weigh-in, by the way? Because I can't get too excited because I have a heart condition right now, and if I see him a little bit too muscular, then I might just have a heart attack.
I think it's at 10:30 UK and 5:30 Eastern.
Okay.
We can do commentary on it live, Lim.
I remember the Angulo Canelo weigh-in, or was it the Lara Canelo Angulo or Lara Canelo weigh-in?
It was Angulo, Canelo.
The most.
It was the one where Abner Mares was looking fucking soulless.
That was the.
Just a fucking purple shine coming out of his whole eyes.
I know we're going off subject right now, but I think one of the best moments we've had on the show was when Keith Thurman was wearing that really purple vibrant shirt. One time at a weigh-in, like he just got done shopping at like Burlington Coat Company or something. I thought that was fantastic. That was a great episode. But
I think that was on where Paul Butler got knocked out and Ari fucking went mental on air.
And spoiled it for everyone.
I can remember Abner Mares looking like the Barry from fucking Big Trouble Little China.
Fucking love that movie, man.
yeah,
See, can I just give my opinion, and then I'll pass it to Hamada or whatnot?
I want to hear.
I think
Go on.
Cotto is going to win. My pick changes every week, but Canelo. I mean, Cotto is not James Kirkland. Cotto is not going to be there for him when he unloads on these big punches. I think Canelo cuts off the ring well, like he does against Lara, but I do think Cotto is just going to spin away. The key to me will be if Cotto can hurt him, especially to the body. I think both of them are good body punchers, but I definitely think Cotto's got the skills over Canelo, and the left hook will be key. I can see him walking Canelo into it, check cooking him a lot, spinning him, and then just getting away. And I do think if someone's going to win, it's going to be Cotto, and it's going to be in points. And I think there's going to be a lot of times where fucking Canelo's just throwing punches at thin air, looking stupid.
Oh my! You're talking about Cotto. You're talking about Cotto like he's some kind of master boxer all of a
Yeah.
sudden. When has he ever displayed? He's not Pernell Whitaker. When has he
No,
ever
dude,
shown that he's a
he's
high
not.
level
Go on.
boxer?
Alim, you need to say he's not Floyd.
He's not.
So
Yeah,
you need to
exactly.
say-
He's not Floyd Mayweather. Like people talk about Canelo looking like shit against these boxers, and yet, sure, that may be fine. But if you want to work under that argument, you have to assume that Canelo is on a level of boxing expertise like some of these other guys. I'm not saying Lara is a great boxer. No, trust me, I would never say that. But Lara does show a level of movement that Cotto could never display.
Lara has an incredible pair of legs, man, and he dances around the ring with speed, you know, and he has good stamina as well. Like Cotto has never displayed this shit. He is much easier to hit. I don't know where this idea comes from. It's a fucking myth. Who's he outboxed? Margarito.
Margarito
The guy-
too,
the guy-
exactly. And even Margarito
Yeah,
too. Margarito was coming on late in that fight. Because
Yeah.
you know why? Because of Cotto's gas tank.
And also, Cotto is not as efficient as when he's bullying somebody as opposed to when he's boxing on the back foot. His power is much more like it comes across much better when he's actually the one applying some pressure and not going on the back foot. I mean, if he applies that game plan against Canelo, good luck.
Yo,
It's-
I'm a fan of Canelo. I think it's a close fight. I think it's 50-50, but let me give you the devil's advocate. Who is Canelo beat? You're saying who is Cotto beat? Who is he outboxed Margarito? Who is Canelo beat?
Canelo's resume
Lara.
at 154 and up is better than Cotto's opposition from the same weight class.
Many
beat
people
Lara.
argue
Yes,
that Lara
yes,
beat Canelo.
I agree. I agree with that, but I think Canelo clearly won a 7-5 decision against Lara. But even then, he beat Trout. He beat Trout pretty convincingly.
Close fight. Not close
Okay,
fight.
sure. I'll give you that again. Close fight. Angulo, which was against a zombie. Okay, I'll give you that. And against Kirkland, which I don't give him much credit for either. But
That's how
it's
you beat him.
I know, right? But let me say this. But it's still better than the shit that fucking Cotto has from 154 and up. I'll tell you that much.
Hey, there's no one on Canelo's resume from 154 that would beat everyone from Cotto's resume, is there?
Yeah, but that's a different argument because Cotto has lost half those fights.
Cotto lost to Trout. Would he beat James Kirkland? I don't know. Would he
No,
beat
he
Lara?
would
Definitely
absolutely beat. He would
Yes.
absolutely beat Kirkland. He would
I don't know
destroy
about that,
Angulo.
Lim.
No,
I
I
don't
don't
know
know
about
James
that.
Kirkland.
for argument's sake, let's just say he will.
Oops. Lim
Sorry,
dropped off
Dan,
again.
keep going.
Lim dropped off again.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
it's
sorry
fine.
about that.
He's
No.
back.
I apologize. I was going off on a little range there, but all I'm saying is I would choose him to beat Kirkland definitively, Angulo definitively, Lara. I'd pick him. I'd see Cotto losing that fight honestly, and against Trout in a rematch. I don't know because Trout schooled Cotto in that fight.
No, it didn't.
Yeah, he did.
7-5 it was.
Okay, so now you're going off the scorecards. What I saw with my eyes is that Trout definitively won that fight.
Yeah, he won, but it was a 7-5 fight.
Okay, that's a matter of semantics now, but all I'm saying is that you can't compare their opposition, fighter to fighter and tell me that, Cotto's is that much better because of guys he fought at welterweight and at 140. I'm saying from 154 and up, Cotto's opposition has not only been shittier than Canelo's, but he's lost some of those fights as well.
Okay, the only thing separating them is the Lara fight.
Yeah, I think both guys haven't got awesome resumes at 154. Cotto certainly hasn't. I think Canelo's isn't amazing, but it's probably a little bit better than Cotto's. But I was saying all that shit about Cotto because I was just trying to put a defense up, and I honestly think if Cotto was going to win, that's how we'll win. But I'm picking Canelo inside 6 by this devastating fucking knockout. I honestly think this is Canelo's time. I think Cotto has been fooling a lot of people for a long time into how good he actually is, and I think Canelo is a lot better right now than people give it credit for. Even though he's quite high on a lot of people's fucking pound for pound lists or whatever. But I think this is a total.
You want to put money on that?
I honestly think this is a total fucking annihilation. I think it's what Cotto did to Martinez. Canelo is going to do to Cotto, and Cotto doesn't have the excuse of having a fucking one knee.
You're going to take a knee.
I guarantee you, Cotto does not get knocked out in this fight.
I don't.
bet money on it.
What about stopped?
Oh yeah, that's what I think. I don't think he'll get sparked. I think it'll be an accumulation, and the ref will jump in. Cotto's too fucking proud to.
Not in 6 rounds.
He's too proud to give up against a Mexican. I think his face will be an absolute fucking mess by the 6th round.
Yep. Hey, but Kimo, before I dropped off the first time, I was talking about Roach's impact on Cotto as a fighter, and I completely agree with you. You know, Cotto's opposition, like I just mentioned, has been absolute shit from 154 and up. But I still do, and I know this sounds hypocritical, especially coming from me, but I do feel like Roach has had a pretty noticeable impact in terms of his style. And what's your take on that?
I was explaining that while you were off. I agree with you that he looks much better. I definitely agree with that. But again, everybody can look good when you're fighting somebody who's at a severe disadvantage or as somebody who's just not very good. So again, it changes when you get punched in the fucking face. And I believe that Cotto will fold. And let me get it out of the way as well. I'm picking Canelo to stop Cotto by accumulation of punches or facial damage or anything of that nature, and it's probably going to happen around the 8th or 9th round.
The only thing that I'm having reservations about this fight is the fact that Canelo, just for my taste, still isn't assertive or aggressive enough, and I think Cotto is a type of guy who likes to blend boxing and being aggressive. So like Chu mentioned, he does like to pivot out a lot, and once he does that, he kind of does that hop around thing that he always does, and then he resettles, and then he throws his combinations, and it's rinse and repeat. And the thing with Canelo is I don't think he's aggressive enough. I don't think he has a dog in him at this point because of the type of training that he receives to actually close that distance and not allow Cotto to be comfortable in that range. So that's why I think Cotto does have a pretty damn good chance at winning in this fight, because from a strategic standpoint, I think Canelo lets his opponents stay in their comfort zone a little bit too much.
Did you think he was being aggressive against Lara? Because I thought he was applying pressure.
I do,
good.
But it was sloppy pressure though. It was sloppy.
Agreed.
And I think Cotto can counter that pretty easily.
I don't know about easily, but
maybe not
again,
easily, but maybe enough to win the fight.
All right. Well, we'll see. I just think it's been a while since Cotto got properly punched. I mean, that's probably around 2009 when he fought Pacquiao.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Who else has really, punched him properly in the fucking face? I don't think anybody has. And when Floyd did it with him with brittle hands in round 12, he got rocked. So
yeah, and this is the middleweight we're talking about.
You guys will see what happens, man. His resume is a fucking myth, and I don't give a shit about the curse that I've been having lately.
Yeah, I want to see who's Hamada picking.
That's what I'm most worried about this fight, honestly, is Kimo's prediction. That's got me scared.
Hamada, who are you picking?
Who am I picking?
Who are you?
Did we wake you up, Hamada?
Nah, I'm wide awake. Do you lot want a Spencer Fearon tactical breakdown?
Yeah, I do.
Nah, you're not getting one. I got Cotto knockout in 6 to 8 rounds. He's gonna knock him out.
Why?
Because I'm not a big fan of Canelo, man. I think Canelo looks good when he's letting his hands go, but I don't know, man.
Just because Canelo has taken all your girls doesn't mean you gotta be upset with him. Oh, man.
Nah, I just don't think Canelo's the truth, innit? In my opinion, I just don't think it's the truth. He's never convinced me.
But does he have to be the truth to beat Cotto?
I think his punching power is overrated. I don't think Canelo punches that hard. I think I think when Cotto lands a left hook on him, I think Canelo's going to be hurt and Canelo's going to be gone. Yeah. Cotto's punching real hard right now. People are not. He's knocking these guys out.
Against who?
It's not about against who.
Of course it is.
It is.
Of course it's always against
everything
who.
to do with it.
To be fair, Lim, you can't say always against who, because there's some fighters or anyone that can just come out and just do a job on someone. You know what I mean?
Okay, that's fair, but those fighters don't have fucking punching power to begin with then. They're not good punchers at all.
Canelo's not a puncher. It's a myth. His punching power is a myth.
We're not talking about Canelo. We're talking about Cotto, man.
Oh. I just think Cotto's going to knock him out.
All right, look, there's how many fighters in history do you guys remember their power getting better as they move up 2 weight classes?
Cotto.
Again, you know why? You know why Cotto's the
Pacquiao?
exception? Because he's fighting
Pacquiao,
against
another
fucking
Freddie
bums.
Prinze fighter.
No,
Yeah,
Pacquiao's
but
power
Pacquiao's
was
on. We
better.
all know Pacquiao's. We all know Pacquiao's on that good stuff, but
How dare you?
Pac's
We all know.
power was better at the lighter weights. You can't say that.
yeah, but I just
Come
want
on.
Father.
Come on, Hamada.
Cause
If
your
you're gonna-
brother rock Canelo, man.
if you're going to be fighting Martinez on one leg, a drained DeGale, not DeGale, but Gale, and fucking Delvin Rodriguez, and those are the three fighters you're basing off his power on, that's extremely dubious.
All right, cool. Lara went 12 with Rodriguez. Cotto got him out of there in 3. Dirty left hook, knockout.
Nice.
Yeah, but that's more of an indication on Lara's power, not Canelo's.
Dude, Rodriguez is a
probably go
bum of the highest order, man. Seriously.
Listen, man,
Come
I
on.
think Cotto knocks him out, man. When's Canelo been punched in the face? You lot talk about, Cotto ain't had a punch. When's Canelo fought a puncher? Angulo was meant to be the biggest puncher he ever fought, and Angulo didn't even turn up to the fight. He was somewhere back in Mexico. Like, he wasn't even in the fight. Someone else was fighting.
Plus, Floyd was
I
fucking
can't talk about that
his
fight.
chin with those uppercuts, weren't he?
Floyd was hurting Canelo. Floyd
Yeah,
was backing
one of those
him up against the
uppercuts.
ropes.
He definitely got him.
He
going.
was. He was backing him up against the ropes. And you know what I was saying how Floyd was hurting Cotto. Floyd was hurting Canelo too. Don't let Canelo fool you and make it seem like those punches weren't hurting. Floyd's accurate. He hurts people when he punches them because he's hitting them bang on the chin.
Now I'm talking about Floyd
Kimo,
again,
say it.
right?
I beg you say it. Bang on the chin. Kimo, please.
Bang on the chin. No, but seriously, man, he rocked Cotto, okay? He didn't exactly hurt Canelo. Canelo was just, I don't know. Canelo just shit the bed that night. What can I say? But he was never in trouble. Come on.
He did hurt Cotto. Cotto's legs were gone.
No.
That was terrible.
That was so bad, I didn't even know it was an impersonation. You guys said it once. I was like, I just thought Hamada turned full retard for a couple of seconds. So.
Fucking see, after 4 rounds of this fight, everybody's going to be saying that's assault. You know, this Gavin guy's got Cotto in prime shape.
It's
my
gonna have
God,
it's
dude.
gonna have memes.
Fuck.
Twitter's gonna have memes for
He's
days.
fucking shadow boxing and pulls and everything. You know it's coming.
Lim, you have to respect Chu's opinion. He predicted the retirement of Matisse, mate, against your better judgment. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that was one fight. He's also made plenty of shit predictions as well. So.
This year, Wilder against Deverne, fucking Matisse. There's loads of fucking examples.
Yeah,
Wait,
loads
you-
of
Chu-
examples.
Yo, Chu picked Khabib to beat Broner. That's awful, mate.
Yeah, but I mean,
There you go. Thank you, Hamada, for coming to my rescue.
Are you picking him to beat AB?
okay, I mean, I got that one wrong, but we've all got them wrong, you know?
Yeah, but when you select them wrong, it's pretty egregious. I'd have to say.
I was feeling a bit arrogant. You know, I was feeling myself, so I went for the outsider. Sometimes I like to go with the underdog.
Yeah, and sometimes
Because
you
I'm
just get
a
lucky.
fucking underdog at heart. And I want to go with the underdog sometimes. I got that one wrong. It's alright, we fucking get back on the horse and we wait again.
Yeah, but regardless.
Someone's eating dinner.
Yeah, who the fuck is eating?
I bet it's Ski Mask.
Is that Leon who dialed in or what?
That's my bad, boy.
Yo, I'm on fucking mute, you bums.
Yeah, because you were eating, right?
Yeah.
Pushing a crow before tomorrow.
Get out the way.
It seems like we're very evenly split, though, man. We got Team Canelo and Team Cotto.
Which
here.
is
I
pretty.
didn't think so many people would be picking Cotto. It's surprising.
I can't believe that either, man.
Which is fascinating
I don't
because he's a 3-1 underdog.
Like, intelligent
Vegas.
For a reason.
Cam. Do you know what I mean? Fair enough, Hamada picks him, but Cam, fucking hell.
Why? What do you mean? I'm good at picking fights. I don't know what you're talking about, mate. I picked McDonald to beat Kamade in the first fight, mate.
Yeah, I'm joking.
I was the only one that was picking McDonald. Everyone else was picking Kamida.
Yo,
I was
actually,
alright with these predictions.
Hamada, do you
I
know?
won the prediction league.
Fair
I was gonna
enough,
say,
fair
Hamada
enough. Hamada was repping the flag.
Yo, Hamada, don't you make your picks anymore in the league?
He's shot.
I'm
Shook.
shocked, man. When you lot started in September,
He retired.
I didn't watch a lot of the fights back then, and I don't know. I just can't be asked. I'll probably wait till next season and win back my crown.
Fair enough.
Hamada was retired. He's coming back like Floyd.
All right, let's switch the conversation up a bit. Joe, I'll start with you. Ski Mask Joe. What do you think about this whole situation with Canelo getting stripped because he didn't want to pay the sanctioning fees and all that shit?
You mean Cotto?
Oh, sorry, Cotto, yeah.
I think I don't know. How much was he really getting?
Is it 800k you have to pay?
I heard from what I heard, it was 300, and then it was 1.1. So I don't know how much he was supposed to pay.
Anyway.
Those are the two added together, right? Because 800,000 is a step aside money for Golovkin to step aside and not have to fight Cotto, and the 300,000 is just a sanction fee. You have to fight for the fight. You have to pay for the fight itself.
So in total, it is 1.1 million, right?
Yep.
Yeah, fuck that, man.
I'd get paid that much. I'd give up every belt I ever owned for that amount of money.
Nah, but the thing that's crazy is now that he did this, I'm kind of iffy, man. I think probably this might be Cotto's last fight.
Why? He has a 3-year deal with Rock Nation for $50+ million.
I think it's a free fight deal.
Yeah, 3 fights for 50 million plus for the lifetime of that.
He said
free. The 3 fights.
He said 3 years.
50 plus over the year. Okay, 3 fights, right? 50 plus for the lifetime of those 3 fights.
For me, it's just come at a convenient time almost. The fact, he wanted to fight for the belt before. He wanted to defend it a couple of times. And now all of a sudden that Golovkin's is mandatory. Oh, the sanctioning fees are too high. Fuck that shit.
But I mean, didn't Limp say that
I'm a Cotto fan as well.
Cotto's kind of small that he wouldn't really fight Triple G because Triple G's a huge guy, right?
Yeah, but then fight for the title once, win it, and then vacate. Don't defend it a couple times.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's no point if you've got no interest in fighting Golovkin. Why pay him?
Exactly.
Yeah, but
exactly.
then
That's a great point.
yeah, but then why defend it against Daniel Gill?
Because he's the champion then. But now there's no point because he's going to be forced to fight Golovkin after.
Right.
So why pay Golovkin and then not fight him? You're not going to fight him anyway. Don't give him no money.
Exactly.
Keep your money.
Yep.
Just a bit convenient to me, man.
He just wanted to parade that belt a little bit, man. And now the gig is up. And frankly, do we give a shit? Because I mean,
of course not. Belts
I
don't
never
mean
cared
shit.
about this belt concerning this fight. I just wanted to see the fight.
That's true. That's true.
After this, do you think he's gonna probably drop down and wait and go for the 147?
He's gonna retire after he gets stopped, man.
No, man. He's gonna beat Canelo.
But then the thing is, for me, is like, okay, if Canelo wins, then what the fuck, man? Like, we're gonna see Canelo Bradley, or we're gonna see Canelo Triple G. What the fuck's gonna happen after that?
It all depends on how the fight plays out. If it's an exciting, competitive fight, then we got the rematch in the summer. Makes sense.
Yep.
Yeah. But if it's not competitive and if it's just like a straight beatdown, then
Yeah, but then either way, that works for both of them. If it's not competitive and Cotto gets beat up, then where does he turn to? And same with Canelo. Because Lim was saying it a couple of weeks, if he lost convincingly to Floyd, if he loses convincingly to Cotto, what's really the options for Canelo after that?
the only person I see losing in this fight is fucking Triple G, man. That's the only guy that came out losing. He ain't getting paid, and he ain't possibly getting a fight with none of those guys anytime soon.
You can get the belt though.
I want all the bets.
Nah, but he can't get the belt because if Canelo wins, then he gets the belt. That's what I was watching. Who's this guy? Mauricio Suleiman, right? Or is it Jose Suleiman?
Yeah.
No, Jose
Yeah,
is gone, man.
Yeah. So
Rest in
Mauricio
peace.
Suleiman was talking about that if Canelo wins, then he gets the belt, and then he has to I think it's like a mandatory that he has to fight Triple G or something.
Yeah, but if he
But
wins,
if
he'll
Cotto
get the
wins,
belt
then
and
he
probably just drop
doesn't
it.
get any belt. Yeah.
He'll probably just drop it.
So if Cotto wins, does Golovkin get that belt then?
Yeah. I think so.
Yeah,
So the lot-
Turiano Johnson's like
It's vacant, becomes vacant, isn't it?
Yeah. So
He'll fight for it.
So then that kind of sucks because then in the end people are gonna shit down on Triple G calling him a paper champ when he gets the WBC belt, you know.
He is a paper champ.
No, he's not, because making a guy quit if not want to fight you is just as bad as fucking knocking out the champ.
That's what Scott Quigg done. Rigo doesn't want to fight him. I mean,
That's Scott Quigg. That guy's funny, man.
Scott Quigg's winning belts without even fighting. He's getting belts given to him. People are ducking him.
Scott Quigg is a fucking class act, man. He was like, "Yeah, I'm a paper champ. You could say it, Coogan. I'm a paper champ. You gotta get paper in order to fight the champ."
Kimo put me in a link on Twitter to the guy that edited that video and like put Thug Life at the end, man. That was hilarious.
Brilliant. But Joe, man, nobody's gonna call Triple G a paper champ if he's got all the fucking belts. I mean, everybody in the division is ducking him. If he wins that belt as well, who's gonna call him a paper champ?
Well, I sure as hell won't, but
Yeah, exactly.
You know-
Nobody's gonna do it.
you know how people are, man. They're just gonna be like, "Oh, he's a paper champ. He never fought Andre Ward. He never did this.
Nah,
he never
man.
did that." And in the whole fucking circle of who
Andre
fights
Ward's not
who.
even a middleweight. What does he have to do with the division, man? He's not a
Exactly,
paper
but
champ.
fucking people are just retarded like that.
Well, people are retards. I'll give you that. Cam, do we have
Hope
anything
he
else
does get
on
the belt.
what?
Hope he gets all the belts, because forever Triple G's been saying, "I'm not going to move up until I get all the belts." Well, when he gets all the belts, will he move up?
Probably not.
Yeah, because he's waiting on Canelo.
Yeah, but that's so depressing, and it's pretty stupid too. And Triple G's career is it's almost like a tragedy. You know, if we could write a tragedy about his career. You know, he works so hard, fights all these fucking bums to finally have the leverage to fight all of these good names, and nobody wants to fight him. So what do you do at that point? You're 34 years old. Your last pay-per-view completely bombed. So what exactly do you do from here on out?
I don't know, Lim. You got to give him credit because he beat the beast out of St. Helens. So let's not forget that.
You know who Triple G reminds me of? Barack Obama.
Why?
Because when Barack Obama came into power, everybody was like, "Yes, peace, hope. Yes, we can."
Yes, we can.
But then the financial crisis happened, like, the same month. And then all of a sudden, your economy's fucked. All the big plans that you had, you didn't have it. You couldn't do them anymore. You know, it's almost as if your ideals and your intentions were good, but, you know, the fucking world conspired against you. And by the end of your fucking reign, you might just kind of get people having a favourable opinion.
Well,
But,
I'm not gonna even get into this. True, the recession happened a year and a half before he got into office. Let's just not go down this path.
That's not true, actually.
It is actually. Trust me.
No, because the recession happened and...
The mortgage crisis happened in 2007.
Yeah, but the actual stock market crash happened in November 2008. He took
Yes.
office in January 2009.
Yes, he did, but it happened about a 7-month period prior to when he got into office. So he planned for that. It's not like it suddenly crept up on him and he didn't know what to do with it. It wasn't exactly that. But this is a boxing podcast, so let's just talk about boxing. But regarding the...
You didn't like my analogy, Dan?
No, not really, because they're not really analogous situations. But I think the fact that we're talking about fucking Barack Obama and Triple G just shows you how poorly hyped this fight has been. Right? We've talked
What do you
about
mean,
this
man?
fight
I'm fucking hyped as hell.
Yeah, but it feels like we're struggling to come up with topics right now, you know? It's just like, and that's how I feel too. You know, it's the day before the fucking fight, and it's like my favorite fighter against a Hall of Fame fighter in Cotto, and I don't even know what I'm going to do for the fight tomorrow. You know, like I haven't really made any plans. None of my friends really know what they're going to do for the fight. It's just like, I don't know what's going on, man.
But what I do know is that you're gonna wear a Canelo Under Armour shirt, right?
You fucking did it. What's right in my
Yeah, I'm actually gonna wear one for the weigh-in.
You're gonna dye your hair ginger.
Yeah, I've already dyed certain parts of my body ginger, so why not make the hair the natural step?
Too much information, Dan. Too much information.
Yeah.
Shit.
All right, let's have a little break from. Oh shit!
Thing is, he probably has.
Oh my
Yeah,
god!
he has.
All right, let's have a little break, man. Let's talk about the Predictions League. Top 10 from last week. Obviously, we didn't have a show on Monday, so Mo intends in first. TBE Chef moved up into second. Ari Gold dropped down to third. Lamarcus Malvo's in fourth. Animal Status in fifth. I dropped down to sixth. El Terrible in seventh. Punch Drunk eighth. Arizona Slim ninth. And Mun in 10th. I'm going to give a quick shout to the people in the chat. We got Casual Fun, Chris DLFC, Loma Usyk Klitschko, Danny Yankee, TBE Chef, Colm, Doughmasters, PM Versus, Shams 1000, Joe Morgan, Nesmatic, Bill Bones 101, Tico, Jason 268, BRD Hey, The Tortilla Champs, Steve Kim, D-Love, Michael McDonough, Pinhead 360, Chad Lad 1, my boy Caught Music, Julo 90, Mr. Dermo, Z334, at Netos 17251, and some guests. Right, boys, who's got the police
who the
after him?
fuck is getting robbed in the background?
Yeah, man, who's got the police after him? What's going on?
Kamara?
Alright, guys, should we just talk about some of the other fights on the weekend, and then we'll probably come back to Cotto Canelo a bit later.
Arthur Abraham versus Martin Murray.
Yeah, thanks for cutting me off, Joe.
Fucking bomb.
Yeah, we'll come back to Cotto Canelo later when we talk over the live weigh-in. But yeah, Joe, you cut me off, so Martin Murray versus Arthur Abraham, who you picking?
I want to go with Martin Murray, man, but
I'll go with him!
shit. Yeah, man. I mean, the guy looks solid as fuck, man. No homo, but I think I'm gonna pick him, man. I can't wait to watch this shit tomorrow when I stream this shit on my phone.
He does look big, Martin Murray, and he was a big middleweight, and compared to Arthur Abraham at the weigh-in and etc., he's got a decent height advantage. But I like Murray, but he's always been a bit limited. And when you hear him in interviews, and he'll talk about his division, and he's like, "Oh, I've not seen that fight, and I've not seen that fight." And he is in boxing just as a job. You can tell he doesn't watch boxing, for recreational. He's not a fan of the sport, and he almost fights that way. You don't really see much improvements. He's always kind of the same style, same fights every time. And Abraham, there are fights where he doesn't show up, especially against the names that no one really knows. There was a dude that he fought a couple of years ago that I actually thought he'd beat him, just because Abraham didn't really turn up mentally and didn't turn up physically. He wasn't in great shape. He luckily won in the card and the scorecards, being in Germany and that, but I don't really think he really turned up in the first Paul Smith fight. I think that's why Smith had the bits of success that he did. I don't think Smith's going to make that mistake with Murray. Like, Murray's kind of was a very well-known middleweight. Now he's at super middleweight. I think he's probably had a tough camp, and I see Abe winning to be. I want Murray to win, but I got points at stake in the prediction league, so I'm probably picking Abraham, probably UD, maybe split. I'm not sure yet. Anyone else got some thoughts?
I think it's a bad pick, Cam.
Coming from you, I don't really take much stake in that.
I'm telling you, man, this is a mismatch. This is a fucking mismatch.
Shockwave.
I think we should all light a candle for Arthur Abraham tonight, because he's gonna get fucking wrecked tomorrow. His career's gonna end. It's gonna be brutal. I'm not even joking, man. You've seen what Murray has done since he moved up to super middleweight.
More and more shockwaves.
He's absolutely blasted the division, and it's just... I think it's sad that a worthy champion like Abraham is... I mean, his career is going to end like this. It's going to be brutal. It's going to be 3 rounds of a beatdown, and then he's going to get stopped. Probably knocked out of the ring, and it's... It's going to be heavy, man. It's going to be an emotional night.
Okay,
I'm just trying to imagine that happening, like Murray actually dismantled him in 3 rounds. What would he do next? He'll probably get called for our retirement.
The thing is, though, I can see Murray knocking Abraham out, turning round, and then just knocking the referee out. He's that much of a beast.
And then Robbie's house.
I think questions have to be fucking put forward to the German Boxing Commission for sanctioning this fight. I mean, boxing's a fucking brutal enough sport without stuff like this going on. Like, this is going to make that Quillen fight look like a fucking game of tiddlywinks.
Look at it. It's ironic that Matt Murray's gone to Germany, you know. He's committed armed robbery.
Oh my gosh.
He's about to commit another fucking crime on Saturday night, mate. Grievous bodily harm, occasioning to actual bodily harm, occasioning to full-out murder.
Hell yeah.
On a serious note, I'm picking Abraham
Shit.
against Stiglitz in the 4-fight fucking...
Against who? Twiglet?
Twiglet.
What's his name? Stiglitz. Sounds like a free starter on a meal. Stiglitz.
Stieglitz, you bum.
Stiglitz. Oh, big difference. A vile difference. He showed the combination punches that were quite, they were quite refreshing.
Joe, you eating a packet of crisp or what are you doing, Joe?
You know,
Ski Mask Joe.
He's eating a packet.
Getting Stiglitz.
Sorry, Chew, go on.
He showed good combination punches to finish Stiglitz in the 4th fight. Yeah, he landed like a nice uppercut, like an 8-punch combo or something. It was quite impressive. And the difference in the fight, I think, is power. Murray's not really got any.
Huh?
And he's not really got any. And Arthur Abraham does. So I do think maybe Murray can outwork the lazy Abraham, but ultimately Abraham's defence is too good. He's got a high guard. Murray's quite good body puncher, but I've never really known Abraham to get kind of hurt to the body like that. So yeah, I'm picking Abraham.
Anyone else?
Yeah.
What about you, Hamada?
I got King Arthur. The King.
You.
Nah, the King's gonna beat Murray, man. Murray, they both got similar styles. I think in order for Murray to win, he has to do things that he's never done before. Use footwork, high work rate. He's never done these things before. Murray likes to fight at a pace. He doesn't throw many punches himself. And his footwork's not the best. He's got alright footwork, not the best, but he would need to have to bamboozle him and move around the ring and step around. And Murray, just like Chu said, I think the difference will be the power. I mean, they both got similar styles, but Abraham's a bigger puncher. But Abraham just can't pull the trigger anymore. Abraham at middleweight would have knocked Murray out, but now I could just see Abraham's like Ari. He just can't be bothered. You just wait the 12 rounds. And that's the way he is nowadays. So I think he'll win on points. Probably knock Murray down at some point, hurt him, and he'll win on points and be crowned the king.
Jew, you know what this fight reminds me of?
What?
You know, back in the day when The Undertaker used to sacrifice people for the Ministry of Darkness. Like, this is what it reminds me of. This is what's going to happen, man. It's like the German public are sacrificing Abraham, and it's just wrong.
Eddie Hearn's Paul Bearer.
Yeah, a skiddier version.
Nah, not
Instead of
Eddie
an
Hearn's
urn, he's holding his money and shit.
Nick Collins, Paul Bearer. The shockwaves.
It's going to be interesting though to see which fight Holland's going to be doing. He's obviously going to be doing Crawler, right? And cheerleading as usual.
Yeah, maybe Adam Smith may be in Germany with me. Yeah, maybe McCrory or something like that. That's what they normally do. Just split him.
McCrory. Or Paul Smith. Yeah, Paul Smith's definitely going to be commentating. He's going to be like, when I fought Abraham, you know what he's going to say, all that bullshit.
Oh, shit, man.
Anyone else?
Sky just... I don't even want to say nothing about Sky.
Brilliant.
But...
Yo,
you know what we're gonna get on the weekend. We're gonna get Crawler as a hero. He tried to save his neighbor. He's fighting for a world title. He got bricked in the head. And
he got robbed in the first fight.
Got robbed. We're gonna get all this like Ricky Hatton, and I'm probably gonna watch it on mute or find some Polish stream or something.
Hey, yo, you know what? It's funny because sometimes I watch these streams, right? And you're right, Hamada. Like some of these is like past opponents. And they're always talking, like, they're always trying to hype up the fight and shit. Like, when I fought this guy, yada, yada, yada. Man, this is crazy, dude.
Yeah, that's what he's going to do, Paul Smith. He's going to be in Germany saying, when I fought Abraham, I tried to go to his body, and he's just going to just talk shit, man.
Yo, Hamada, do you think he'll be borrowing the suit of David Price?
Who, Paul Smith?
Yeah, man, the guy's getting a bit big these days.
One size fits
all.
all.
You might need it. He's a fat shit. You might need one of David Price's suits.
Yo, Cam.
Paul Smith is the only commentator to walk to the Sky commentating desk with Delamici music playing.
Carry on.
What were you going to ask me, Joe?
The joke is done. You can go.
What were you going to ask me, Joe?
No, sorry, something else. Keep going, boys.
All right, let's move on to... If we talk about Crawler, let's move on to him. I'm not looking forward to that fight, to be honest. The first fight was really boring. I'm a fan of Crawler, but his style isn't the most eye-catching. And the undercard is pretty weak as well.
Cam, hold on. Have we not got my opinion for the fight of the weekend?
Go ahead, give it.
Well, I just out of curiosity, I just decided to type in Martin Murray on YouTube, and this is the first thing that came up.
Shockwaves.
That's all I'm saying. I got fucking Martin Murray outworking him because he's not going to knock him out because I think he respects Abraham too much to do that to him in front of his own fans. I think this is Martin Murray, UD, and the new. So carry on with Crawler.
All right, thank you, Joe. Yeah, that was my thoughts on Crawler. I just said earlier. Anyone else got any thoughts?
I just like his nickname, man.
$1 million
Crawler.
He's had that before Matchroom gave it to him as well.
He's going to come out to that Whitney Houston song.
What?
Which one?
What's that Whitney Houston? And it's got something to do with $1 million or something.
One moment in time.
Wait, I'll find it
It's
for you.
sad music to come out to, man.
I know, man. That's Joe Gallagher fighters for you, man.
Yeah, usually in rematches, the guy that won the first fight wins more convincingly the second time. And I think
but this was a draw.
Yeah, but obviously Crawler won.
Sorry, keep going.
You dickhead. No, obviously Crawler won that fight, and I think he's just going to win it more convincingly. Perez didn't want this fucking rematch. He knows Crawler's got his number. And I was impressed with Crawler last time. Like, he looked physically so much bigger. And I think this was the first fight that he took really seriously. Like, he proper got on the juice for it. Do you know what I mean? So I think Crawler's going to win a clearer unanimous decision. And Joe Gallagher's going to have his second world champ.
Yeah, you mean Fad?
Oh, yeah. I don't really class Liam Smith as one though.
Oh, I thought you weren't classing
Quigg.
Quigg.
Nah, I do. I was just fucking about. But no,
Perez is going to beat him.
Nah, no way, mate. Perez is a fucking bum. Crawler's going to win.
Unless Hearns paid the judges off already, which I could see happening because he's already got the next fight plan. He's got Mitchell fighting for the WBA interim. So it looks like he's got Crawler Mitchell planned for some time next year. So he's probably already bought the judges. I think he forgot to do that last time.
Yeah, but I was proper disappointed with Perez last time. I thought he was going to be this sort of proper fucking slick, classy sort of fighter, and he looked fucking really average.
And Crawler's not got that much power, and Crawler hit him.
Yeah, he was gone in the second round. So those last 10 seconds, Perez was fucked.
So apparently last time Perez had food poisoning, and he said he was only 80%.
That's fucking bullshit, man. That's like Nathan Cleverly saying cruiserweight is his natural weight.
Did you not see how Perez was telling Gallagher to shut up?
I heard about it.
Stop talking.
Yeah, I've heard about it. I've not seen it, but yeah.
That's how you know Gallagher's such a prick. That
he transcends continents, doesn't he?
Yeah, like nobody. What a wanker.
No, but sorry, Joe. Just if you listen to the IFL interview, Joe Gallagher explained what he said, and apparently the translator made a mistake. Joe Gallagher said that Crawler hurt Perez in the second round, and if Crawler hurts him again like that this fight, then Crawler will finish him. And apparently the translator made a mistake and translated that word for word, and fucking Perez got insulted. Which you would do, you know.
Yeah. I don't understand all the Gallagher hate, man. I really don't.
Exactly, Kimo. Like, they should respect Sergio.
Dude, the guy's just making a lot of champions for your country, man. You should be proud. I don't know what the fuck your problem is.
Exactly.
It's Hamada's problem, really. I think everyone else here doesn't mind him.
Yeah. Joe Gallagher's a twat, mate. I just hope, I hope Frampton knocks Scott Quigg out, man. It's like Joe Gallagher just talking so much shit. It's like I'm hearing too much of him, man.
I don't know. He's just saying he backs his dude. What's wrong with that?
Nah, he's saying stuff like it goes early in his old Manchester accent. It's going early. It's going early.
It will go early.
Man, that's a load of bollocks, mate.
Why does he have to get hated just because he says it's gonna go early?
He talks too much. That's the truth.
He does love the limelight, but so does Adam Booth. And everyone fucking's up his arsehole.
But he's not as bad as Adam Booth as
he's got what? They've got the same amount of world champions.
Yeah, but Joe.
It's because Joe Gallagher looks like a tramp.
Exactly, he looks a mess.
Who's this tramp fucking insulting me?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but to be honest, man, I hear a lot of people here on this show don't give things respect, man. Just like the Smith boys, man. They made history, man. And you guys didn't even mention it on the show.
No, I did. I stuck up for them.
4 British champions, man.
These guys didn't. I stuck up for the Smiths.
Yeah, good on you, Chew.
And Joe Gallagher. I like Joe Gallagher as a
rep the flag, man.
What do you mean 4 British? Joe Gallagher's not even a trainer. He's a matchmaker. That's what he is. He makes his guys fight easy fights. Makes them find easy routes to world titles. Come on, man. Like, let's be real here.
Didn't the Smith boys all win a British title or not?
So? Who can't win a British title?
That's history, man. You're never going to see that again.
Yo, fucking Curtis Woodhouse won a British title.
Yeah, exactly. And he was a professional footballer.
Yo, I actually saw that fight, man. How fucking sad is that?
Darren Hamilton was a world champion.
He set the British title.
I mean the world British title champion. Sorry, not world champion, British champion. Sorry.
I just love that look on Paul Smith's face when they're doing the pose with the 4 of them. That was class.
Kimo, have you seen Darren Hamilton fight?
Who?
Darren Hamilton.
Yeah, I think Kimo saw the Hamilton thingy fight.
That guy was a British champion. What does being a British champion mean, Kimo? It means absolutely nothing.
Maybe not 1, but 4 in the same family. Come on, man.
I don't know, man.
Rep the flag, Hamada. Rep the flag. Come on.
Yeah, who's everyone got then? Crawler or Perez?
Crawler, UD, or SDMD. I'm not sure yet.
I got
Perez.
Crawler.
I got Crawler.
What do you say, Chu Perez?
Yeah.
What method?
Fucking Chip and the cloakroom. At night time. Nah, Udi.
Interesting.
And obviously he's going to have to knock him down a few times to get that.
He's going to have to knock him out.
Because if it's close, they'll give it to Crawler, but I don't think it will be close. I think it will be so convincing that they'll have to give it to Perez.
That's a good point, though. If it is a close fight, I can see it going to Crawler just because of the controversy after the first fight.
Even if it's not a close fight, it'll go to Crawler.
But yeah, should we move on?
Yeah, let's move on.
Just want to get everyone's thoughts about Mr. David Haye training with Shane McGuigan and possibly fighting again.
Fuck Haye until I see him in a ring.
Yeah, do you think he's just doing a frotch and just trying to stay relevant?
I don't think
David Haye's a bum.
I think he does want to come back, but his body's fucking so fragile. I don't care about him until I actually see him in a ring or a sight is fine. You know what I mean?
His first fight.
His pinky toe's fragile.
His first fight's not going to get any ticket sales because people are not just going to trust that he's going to turn up.
Yeah, that's why he just needs to get in a fucking 10-rounder on an undercard somewhere.
Yep, good point.
His ego won't allow him to do that.
Yeah, I know. He wants to come back on the fucking big stage, headlining an O2 card, some fucking bullshit like that. He's a cunt, mate. Fuck him.
Yeah, he's just dipping his toe into the hot water.
He's seeing AJ getting all the fucking love, and he wants a bit of that.
Yeah, that's spot on, actually. But, I mean, did I miss something? Has he left Booth, or what happened there?
Yeah,
He left Booth, and he started training. Shane McGuigan is his new trainer.
But did he leave Booth like a while back, or did that happen at the same
Yeah,
time? Like he just
Booth said their working relationship ended a long time ago, so it was obviously like about a year, 2 years ago. But I don't get why he's got Shane McGuigan. Fucking hell.
But the thing is with him, like you don't even know if it's actually his body, man. Because I don't believe the guy half of the time when he says he's fucking injured. I mean, it's just a disgrace. And I've always enjoyed watching him fight. But
yeah, there's fucking no doubt that when he's fit, he's probably the best heavyweight in the UK if he fucking decides to start fighting. I'd pick him to beat Joshua and Fury if he starts fighting again.
No chance.
I think David Haye is an unbelievable fighter, and I'll always watch his fucking fights because they're all exciting, except when he got dominated by Klitschko, but everyone gets
no chance.
Like that.
Yeah, man, I agree with you, man. I think he's good, but he's not as good as you say he is, man.
I don't know, mate.
He's just like Groves. He used to gas after 3-4 rounds.
he's better than Groves, and I hate to say it.
He was gassing in the Chisora fight, and then he just found those punches out of nowhere.
Fuck that, man. He was dominating Chisora.
Yeah, but he was gassing.
I don't know that. I think you're reaching there a bit.
Nah, I'm being serious. I watched that fight, man. I know what happened in that fight. He was gassing. And even he was admitting I was hitting him with big shots and I couldn't get rid of him. Chisora's tough, man.
He is, mate, but I just think David Haye is an elite heavyweight.
Hayes heavyweight. Wait, we're talking about Cotto, who's
Cotto. Oh, we're not going
to
resumes.
Haye at heavyweight has been an absolute joke. Let's be real. He's been a joke at heavyweight.
Yeah, but so
Harrison.
Everyone's fucking resume at heavyweight apart from Klitschko's.
What about Povetkin's fought better opponents?
Alright, apart from the fucking Klitschko fight, who's fucking Povetkin fought that's better than fucking anyone Hayes fought?
So many.
Carlos Takam, Andy fucking Ruiz, the Mike Perez. What the fuck?
Look who Haye fought at heavyweight.
Just
look at who Haye fought at heavyweight.
I'd have picked that fucking Chisora that Haye beat to beat anyone that fucking Povetkin has fought, even now.
No but Mike Perez would fucking destroy Chisora.
Fuck that, man. Mike Perez wasn't the same after he cabbaged that Abdusalamov.
Nah, man, I just think you're getting carried away with Haye, man.
I'm not getting carried away because I think he's a cunt and I don't want to fucking give him any airtime because that's exactly what he wants, but you can't deny that he was a fucking very good fighter. Even at heavyweight. He was a beast at
cruiserweight. He was exceptional at cruiserweight.
Yeah, he was a fucking beast at cruiserweight, and I thought he was a very good heavyweight.
that style, hands down, kind of head movement shit, that might have worked back when you were an active fighter, but was he 3.5 years out of the ring?
Spot
I
on.
think so. He's a knockout waiting to happen. So he needs to kind of completely relearn how to box with his hands up if he's going to do it again, because you know he's going to be moving his head, and all of a sudden his reflexes aren't there. Fucking Joshua would kill him if he fought like that.
Yep, he would. Plus, Hayes always had a suspect chin.
Exactly. And I was actually picking Hay when the Tyson Fury fight was, you know, when we were very close to having it the first time. And then he cancelled, and then the second time. Now I don't think even Hay thinks he could have beat Fury. So, I mean, he definitely wouldn't beat Tyson Fury in my opinion either, so he's maybe not even a top 3 fucking heavyweight in the UK, never mind the world. I mean, I would fancy Dillian White.
Oh, fuck off.
No way, dude.
In his prime, Hay would beat him. You don't know what Hay's like now. He
You
could
see-
be
Yeah,
shot.
man. 3 years is too long.
What?
The villain, fucking Dillian, the villain. Hey,
Body snatcher.
the body snatcher.
Fuck that, man. Hay was a good fighter, and I think he still can be.
I agree, Joe. But I mean, I do agree with Chu as well. Is that he's just a wild card at the moment. You don't know what.
Yeah, no,
how he's
don't give
gonna
him the
be.
airtime,
He
man.
enters back into the ring, but I mean, we shouldn't even be talking about this motherfucker, man. He's fucking retired as far as we're concerned, right? So, whatever. Let him chill out with Shane, and if he comes back into the ring, then we'll
What do you
give him
think
airtime.
about this Shane McGuigan as a trainer, though?
It's hard to say about these trainers that only have one fighter.
Yeah.
John. He's got a couple of the other Cyclone guys, but they're all really young and haven't done anything yet. So you can't really judge how good he is. Obviously, but Frampton was an absolutely outstanding amateur. So it's not like he's taken Frampton from fucking nothing. You know, Frampton was a quality fighter before he even met Shane McGuigan. So my jury's still out on him for me.
Yeah, I agree. But he does look like on a young and up and coming trainer. But obviously, only time will tell.
He's
He
not
might-
Gallagher.
Yep. He might be like Abel Sanchez. Abel Sanchez, all his other fighters seem to be losing. Only Golovkin keeps winning.
All right, do you want to guys
Yeah.
talk a bit about the Canelo undercard? Or
Yeah, good fights.
Who's actually on, man? Is it rigging, right?
yeah, Rigo's on there fighting Drian Francisco. Jason Velez is fighting Ronnie Rios. Randy Caballero's making his first defense finally of the IBF strap that he won. And he's facing Bristol's. Is Lee Haskin from Bristol's? I think he is, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
You think he can win?
Haskins?
Yeah.
I think he's got such an awkward style. He's definitely got a shot, but I definitely see some bad head clashes, man, because Haskins always involved in head clashes. I was impressed with Randy Caballero when he fought Stewie Hall, but Stewie Hall's not really world level. Since then, I think he had a fight planned and he was injured. And
I think he broke his ankle or something.
Yeah, his ankle or wrist, I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, he's been out. Takashi Miura's fighting Francisco Vargas.
Great fight. It's
It's a couple of fights. Which one are you going to go into first?
Yeah,
We might as well talk about the Brit.
yeah.
why not?
Fuck,
The Brit abroad.
I'm buzzing for Haskins. He looked like an absolute beast in his last fight.
Who's he fighting?
Some Japanese bum.
Should tell him about Japanese fighters?
Oh, you can't trust him.
Takashi Miura is a legit Jap. Like, no joke. He's a beast.
Yeah, but just quickly, I don't want to. We can only spend like 2 minutes on Haskins because he's, it's Lee Haskins at the end of the day. But fucking hell, I think he's got a hell of a shot against that Caballero. I fucking really like Haskins. He was fucking a very good player, a very good fucking boxer.
I know this fight was coming. I've had a week on holiday. Been looking at each fighter, all the recent fights. That Lee Haskins has got 3 knockouts in 32 fights. It's deceptive, I know, because he can punch a little bit. He's got 3 knockouts in his last 6 fights. And even the fights I've seen where he hasn't knocked the guy out, he's kind of shook them, but he's got a southpaw and he's got a kind of wide stance with his hands down low.
You can tell he's been training in the same gym as fucking Selby all his life.
Yeah, but I think if you're going to be a southpaw with your hands down low, you need to punch a bit. And I think Caballero, from the fights I saw, not many, Stuart Hall fight.
He looked okay in the Hall fight. He didn't look like he was an elite fighter.
Nah, I thought he struggled, but I think his technique is better. He punches straighter, harder. Like if he throws a right hand, he's got the left hook coming right after it. Everything just flows better, and I just think he won't knock Haskins out, but he'll beat him comfortably. Because with that hands down low kind of Sergio Martinez thing, if you come against a guy who's better technically, punches straighter, I think you'll lose. And that Stuart Hall, he was a little bit bigger than Caballero, I thought. Physically.
Stuart Hall's a big bantamweight, man. He was, he was
kind of bullying him, but...
Yeah, he was. He was.
I don't think Haskins is bigger than Caballero. I saw the face-off they had yesterday or whatever. They just looked the same size to me, so I'm picking Caballero.
I think Caballero knocks him out.
Yeah, seriously.
I think he knocks him out late. I think Haskins has always had a dodgy chin. That's why I've never really backed him, because I've always known that he's a bit delicate around the whiskers, and I think he's got an awkward style. I think he'll give Randy Caballero trouble early, but then I think he'll catch up with him late. I think Caballero's team have probably done homework on him, because he has beaten McDonald and Stuart Hall, so I think they'll be clued up and they'll know all about him. But I think Caballero will knock him out late. Even though Caballero's been inactive, yeah, I can see Caballero knocking him out late.
If Haskins wins, he's got to win so well to get the decision, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, sure, he's got a box out of his skin.
Yeah, he's got to win pretty much every round. As much as I like him, I don't know if I can see him doing that. I hope he does it, man, because that'd be a hell of a win against an undefeated American. Legit world title, do you know what I mean? But
it's a legit world title. He did beat Stuart Hall. Stuart Hall's probably the worst world champion I've ever seen.
Yeah, but they did strip McDonald, so at least it's with a half-decent fighter. Like, Caballero is actually quite good. So
yeah, I guess. Cam, what do you think? You gonna back your Southpaw brethren?
You know that, bro. Come on. I'm a boycott. Yeah. You make a good point. I don't really think that, Haskins may win the early rounds and then Caballero will catch up. That's probably a correct way of thinking. It's got to go with the Brit. I've always liked Haskins, man. Even though I'm not a fan of his awkward style, he's usually quite fun to watch. He starts off quite fast as well. I just hope he doesn't start off too fast and kind of blow his load early. I don't think Caballero would stop him, though, to be honest. I think I think it'll go to the cards. I just hope that Haskins will be the winner. Anyone else? Or should we move on?
Yeah, just last thing on that fight. The thing that kind of makes me stop from picking Caballero by knockout is that he's fragile. Like, he's made of glass. He's got so many injuries. He's had a year out the ring.
Yeah, he's not even had like a warm-up fight either, has he?
No, he's just straight in there. He could look like shit.
And Haskins has been active.
Yeah. But fuck it, I'm picking Caballero just because.
Kimo, you probably don't know either of these guys, do you?
I know Caballero, but Haskins is probably a fucking bum, I guess, right? So I'm going Caballero.
Do you even play the Predictions League?
No, man, I stopped doing it a long time ago, man. I kind of got the Chew syndrome, I start off and then I forget about it, and then it's no point in continuing anymore, man.
You bum.
I did it one season. I kind of did it seriously, but I need to get back to it, man. When does it reset?
January.
January. I'll start over then.
All right.
The Prediction League should have its own Twitter page And the Twitter page just reminds the people who play it when the fights are, because the fights that catch me out are the Wednesday night fights. This is why I don't like the fucking PBC. They're fighting on the Monday night and the Tuesday night and all that shit.
Oh, you
It
got
catches me out completely.
true. I see your point. All you gotta do is just check the website like twice a week, like once on a Monday and once on a Friday, and then you're kind of covered.
It's a good point, Cam.
All right, Kimo, the return of Rigo on the undercard as well.
Yeah, I'm a bit of a Rigo hater, man. Who the fuck is he fighting, actually?
I've never heard of this guy before. It's Trian Francisco, 28.
Yeah,
Who cares? Who cares? Rigo's back.
Yeah, I mean, I respect Rigo as a fighter, but I don't really respect his career, and I find him, frankly, really boring. He doesn't really do much for me, so it's a bonus to have him on the undercard. I hope he shows a bit of action, but most of the time he just puts people to sleep. I'm not talking about his opponents, so yeah. I guess I'm picking Rigo, eh?
What nonsense! He does put his opponents to sleep. He's a puncher, but he just fights in a certain way.
He's fucking boring. That's what he does. He stinks out the joint.
Yeah. No, he can punch though, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't like Rigo anymore either. To be honest, he's fine.
Yeah, I'm the same with Hamada, man. After that one last fight that he had, I think New Year's, right, with the Japanese guy.
Yep.
Yeah, I was excited, but then afterwards, when you stop hearing about him, I'm like, man, I don't care anymore. Like, there's a bunch of fighters that are like coming up that bring more excitement. Rigo is just a guy that has all the what would I say, like
All the tools and the talent.
Yeah, he does, but I don't know, man. But I'm not really hyped up. But I mean, I'm happy that he's back. But it's like after this, I hope he starts getting like better fights since he signed with Rock Nation.
What I can't stand about guys like Rigo is that you're a type of fighter and you have to be honest about that and stop acting like you're fucking entitled to shit. Like, you're the type of guy who needs to keep on winning and keep on winning often, and just show your dominance. That's how you're gonna make money. You're not gonna make money by being exciting or by having a personality. And if you refuse to acknowledge that, then you're just fucking delusional. It reminds me a little bit of Andre Ward. So
yeah, that kind of pisses me off. He is kind of like Andre Ward because the thing that pisses me off about Rigo is like all these interviews that I see on Secbag, Fight Hype, all these people, right? And Rigo's over here talking hella shit, but when he gets on the podium, he's quiet as a mouse. It's like, fuck that, man. If you're making yourself look like that, like outside the cameras, you should be like that on the cameras too. Like when you're on the podium, talk shit. Fuck it, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I disagree, actually. I used to shit in Rigo a lot, but I think it's quite harsh. You might not like him, but he doesn't deserve to get frozen out the ring, and he doesn't deserve to get his titles taken off him without even fighting anybody.
Yeah, I thought that was unfair.
If you're going to take the titles off him, beat him in the ring for it. Even if you're going to talk shit about him, you don't have to watch his fights. I hope he gets an income, gets regular fights, gets world title fights. I don't need to watch it if I don't like his style. I hope the penny's dropped. I watched a IFL video yesterday of him doing pad work. I put it in the Mixler chat. And, the IFL guys are saying, wow, unbelievable. Rigondeaux defensive pad work. Wasn't really unbelievable.
Yeah, I saw the same shit.
It wasn't really.
It was like a 3-minute video.
Yeah, the guy's doing the little fucking, the fucking pads on stick thing. And Rigondeaux's just blocking it. It's quite whatever. It's impressive, but the point is that Rigondeaux's got friends in the media. You either love him or hate him. He's like Marmite. You've got one section of the media that's going to go, wow, unbelievable. It's something quite average. And you've got the other guys who are going to say, well, fucking Rigondeaux, that's boring as fuck.
Like Fat Dan.
defensive pad work. Or defensive pad work. Why can't you do offensive pad work? So this thing where the world's against him, it's true to a certain extent, but you know, you can't blame everyone for his own problems. I think a lot of it is himself. He's got to come out in this fight and knock the fucking guy out. Don't play with your food. This is your last chance. I hope he fucking takes it.
Yeah. That's exactly what I'm thinking too. Is like this is his last chance to like really win over the fans that he kind of like lost and people were shitting on him, you know?
But Chew, the thing is, like, I think you hit the nail on the head because, fair enough, there's always double standards in how certain boxes get treated, right? Obviously, Riggy is never going to get, you know, the benefit of the doubt as opposed to, for example, a Canelo would by the sanctioning bodies. But he hasn't fought in a fucking year, so it's also him to blame, you know? Like, he's not taking charge of his career, man. Like, he can't just sit around and always blame shit on other people. Like, he's the type of guy that complains a lot instead of shutting the fuck up and getting in the ring, you know? And, yeah, that's something that I really disapprove, and it's the same with Ward.
He's not a promoter. He's not a manager.
But he can demand fights.
Yeah.
Who's going to fight him?
I don't know, dude. Fucking move up, do something. I mean, nobody's fighting Golovkin, but look at the position that he's in.
He's not even a super bantamweight, and he's fighting at super bantamweight. Do you want him to move up to featherweight? I mean, he's 5'2".
Guy's a fucking midget.
Okay, well then just stay out of the ring. I'm not saying he has to move on. I'm just saying try to do something else. But the guy's attitude is just negative, right? I mean, we can all agree on that. If you look at the way he talks in the media, he always feels like shit is being taken away from him. It's bullshit. I disagree with it.
Not necessarily, Kimo.
Why?
To be frank, like, the way he talks, like, on the media, I don't know if you know Spanish or not, but the guy really doesn't give a fuck, man. As long as he's just getting paid, he doesn't care if those titles get stripped away. He knows he's going to go back and kick their asses and get them back.
But how does he make money if he doesn't fight for a year, dude? Where does he get his income from?
I guess Caribe Promotions, man. They're like some kind of like club promoters in Miami, right?
Anyway, man, I think we should move on from the Riggy discussion. Getting people sleepy.
Yeah.
All right, Miura Vargas. I'll be honest, I've not really seen much of Miura, and I've only seen a few fights of Vargas, so I really can't give much of an opinion.
Yeah, we need Nauta for this.
Yeah, I don't know any of these fucking people, man.
Nah, but I saw Miura's last fight when he knocked out Billy Dib. It was quite a brutal knockout. And Francisco Vargas he's quite good as well, action fighter. Seen some of his fights where he knocked out Juan Ma and that Australian. What was his name again? Oh, I don't remember anyways. But yeah, it's gonna be a good action fight. I think Miura's gonna win. I don't know by knockout, by points, but it's gonna be a good fight.
I'm picking Miura.
I thought you
can't trust the Japanese man.
Yeah, you're Japanese, mate.
No, sorry, I'm picking Vargas. Literally, I've got it. I'm actually picking Vargas. Don't know why I said Miura. Yeah, just to follow on what you said, Hamada. I never saw either of these fighters until yesterday. I watched a bunch of their fights. I watched Miura's fight against Sergio Thompson. It was nice. He's got a tight guard. He's got a nice right hook. He's a southpaw, very strong, very big. Handled Sergio Thompson well. And then, obviously, I saw a bit of the Billy Dib fight. I saw the knockout. Billy Dib, shit. So, the big win for him is Sergio Thompson. Vargas, it's kind of like a mirror match. They're very similar, apart from the fact that Vargas is orthodox, extremely tough, extremely strong, very straight punches. You know, Wanma was a southpaw, but Wanma punches wide. Vargas was able to come down the middle with his fucking right hand. Really took
Feedback.
Yeah, Kimo,
Well,
we're getting some mic noise off you, Kimo. Sorry, Chu.
Sorry.
No, so the point is, I think two very big super featherweights. I'm picking Vargas just because, from what I've seen of him against southpaws, I think he'll be better. I just think his punches are straighter, faster. They're both very tough. And you never pick a Japanese fighter when they're not fighting in Japan, so I'm picking Vargas. But it's a 50-50 fight. Great fight, man.
Chu, what's going on? Like, watching all these fights, doing research, man. Like, who are you and what are we doing with MV Chu?
Man, I've been on holiday, man, so I've got to fucking watch something.
Nah, it's impressive, man. It's good. Anyone else, Hamada?
Kimo, who you picking?
I have nobody to pick, man. I'm a fucking casual these days. All I care about is the big fights.
The sexy fights.
The sexy fights, exactly.
Cam, you're picking Miura, innit? Because you're southpaw.
I don't even know. I might need to do a tune.
Southpaw fetish.
I might need to do a tune. Just watch a bit tomorrow, just to get a idea of the style. But Chu does make a great point. When a lot of these Japanese guys fight outside of Japan, man, they kind of get exposed, man. Look at the Kameda brothers, man. They were beasts, and then they went to the States to find fame and just got exposed. So
Hell yeah.
I don't know.
Who was that? There was a Korean fighter who fought fucking Eric Morales, and he was tough as fuck, and he fought a Manchester featherweight, and he fucking destroyed him. It was for the WBC title. Actually, he didn't destroy him the first time, but then they rematched. The first fight was a draw. Wow, what was his name? Because he reminds me of Miura. It's like he's fucking double. Apart from the fact that Miura's...
was it Jinchi or something? He fought Michael Brody.
Yeah, that's it.
Jinchi.
Yeah.
Jinchi, yeah. He's just like Miura. Tough as fuck.
Do you not remember when that Jap came over and apparently he was meant to beat Donaire and then Donaire battered him?
Hamada, I don't know why the fuck every time you say Jap, that shit sounds racist as fuck, bro.
Really? Obviously, it's long saying Japanese in Japanese fights. I just say the Jap, innit?
Hamada's a
It's like
bit
he's seen
racist.
it from World War II.
No, but I remember there was one that came over. Apparently, Donaire was the underdog in the fight, and then Donaire just beat him up.
When was this?
I don't remember what his name was.
No, I can't remember.
I mean, we can box like this. Yeah, but I can remember, and he fucking knocked him out. It was quite easy. But anyway,
That's about it for the undercard, I think. Just have a little. Go on,
can I just talk about a fighter called Ryan Burnett? He's going to be fighting Jason Booth.
Hearn's final.
Yeah.
Go
It
ahead.
was with Frank Warren. And then Frank Warren wasn't getting him any fights, and obviously he's finished his contract with Frank Warren, and he's going to be fighting Jason Booth. Jason Booth, this is a bantamweight for anybody who doesn't know. Jason Booth, he's 37. He's lost 4 of his last 6, 7 out of his last 10. But the guys who have beat him are Lee Haskins, Martin Ward, Willie Casey, Kid Galahad, Scott Quigg, Kiko Martinez, Steve Motor. In other words, no mugs have really beat him. So, but this Ryan Burnett guy, the point of it, he's a fucking problem. I've only saw one fight, and it was against a guy called Robert Canales, who's a bum.
The pride of Manchester.
Ryan Burnett is actually from
Irish.
Belfast.
Yeah, he's Irish, isn't it? Yeah, I've seen him a few times. I've seen him at, he was on the undercard of the Smith, Thompson, and Flanagan. What his name was? He was on the undercard. I've seen him before. He's impressive. I kind of see Hearn signing him to maybe get a fight a big British fight.
Against who?
What's his bantamweight called? The skinny guy, man. One of the twins. My mind's just gone blank.
McDonald.
Yeah, McDonald. I could see him building up the McDonald fight.
Nah, I think Madonna will be gone by then. I think Madonna's going to move up. He's quite big for the weight.
It kind of depends, though, if, what happens with the Quigg Frampton fight. Because I think McDonald wants the Quigg fight. But if that's a competitive fight and there's a rematch and stuff, it might leave McDonald in limbo, so he might just stick around bantamweight.
Nah, there's going to be no rematch in that Quigg Frampton fight. No chance. Whoever wins is going to walk away into the sunset.
No, it depends how the fight plays out, though.
I don't think so. I think if Quigg somehow nicks a win, do you think he's going to give Frampton a rematch? No chance. Him and Joe are going to run off with that. Tesco Joe going to run off with that victory.
Tesco Joe.
With the 5p Tesco bag, they're going to run away.
Yeah. He's going to run off with that victory into the sunset. That's Joe Gallagher's career sorted. We beat Carl Frampton. That's all he's going to say for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
Can we? I know we've talked about just to finish on that Ryan Burnett thing. I think Ryan Burnett's fucking very special, as the chat room saying to me. It's, I think Ryan Burnett just fucking destroys Jason Booth, and I think within about a year, he'll probably be a fucking contender. I think he's like the next big thing in boxing, British boxing anyway.
I like Chris DLFC in the chat saying, he's with the Dark Lord as well, Adam Booth.
Yeah, it's a good matchup. The cerebral assassin, Adam Booth. But just
the game.
The fucking game. but just to segue into fucking Quigg Frampton, we've talked about the press conference, we've talked about the tickets, but we've not actually talked about the actual fight yet. And I think, after seeing how rattled Frampton was at the press conference, because Scott Quigg's got one of these faces where, actually, Scott Quigg's, I've warned him, his interviews and shit, he's actually won me over. He's a good guy. He's actually a really sound guy, but he's got this face of a troll.
He does.
Like an absolute born troll. He's just smiling constantly, wide-eyed. It's almost as if Joe Gallagher's telling him a joke about Carl Frampton in his ear. Carl Frampton's like, what's the joke, man? What's the joke? What's the joke?
Natural born troll.
Carl Frampton just gets upset when he faces Scott Quigg. And I think he's going to carry that into the fight with him. He might lie and say it's Joe Gallagher he's upset at. He might lie and say that he's upset at Eddie Hearn, but it's actually Scott Quigg he's upset at. He doesn't like Scott Quigg. Scott Quigg makes him feel uncomfortable. And I think Scott Quigg's actually going to knock him out now.
No.
I love how you base that off just psychology. Yeah.
You lot are reading too much into these press conferences, man. The fight's a long way away. It's not as if the fight is like the fight's on the weekend or something. It's a long way away. The truth is, it's about levels, isn't it? Boxing is about levels. Frampton is levels above Scott Quigg. No. If Frampton can fight in the pocket and beat Scott Quigg and knock Scott Quigg out, he can outbox him off the back foot as well.
Johnny Nelson doesn't think so.
Who's Johnny Nelson? Johnny Nelson knows fuck all. He's full of shit, Johnny Nelson. But anyways, yeah. I don't know. I think you guys are getting carried away. The hype's getting too low, and this is not. I don't think since when has Frampton become this suspect chinny fighter that
after getting knocked down twice against an opponent no one heard of his last fight.
He got knocked down in the first round by a jab, first of all, which was more to do with balance.
Exactly.
Which was more to do with it was more to do with balance. He wasn't really hurt. Yeah, and the second knockdown wasn't really. It was like a flash knockdown. It wasn't really a hurtful. It's not as if we saw Frampton on Queer Street, legs were gone. Everyone's just exaggerating, and I've had enough, man. People are going by the last fight. Like, all of a sudden now Quigg's got this huge chance. Like, up until the last fight, both of them have their last fight, everyone would say Frampton easy. So all of a sudden that's changed because Quigg knocked out Martinez. He beat the worst. Martinez was done. Martinez is done. Frampton ruined Martinez. The funny thing is, they're talking Joe Gallagher that keep bringing up in the press conference. We've done Kiko in 2 rounds. Blah blah blah. They fought Kiko last. They fought Kiko now. Frampton fought Kiko in his 16th fight and knocked him out in the 9th round when Kiko was European champion. And then he went and fought Kiko when he was world champion. Gallagher and Han didn't want that fight when Kiko was world champion. They were talking about, we'll bring Martinez over. We'll bring Martinez over. They didn't bring him over because they were scared. They were scared that he could beat Scott Quigg. But all of a sudden, when they saw Frampton bash him up, they thought, let's bring him in now. Mutual opponent. We can sell this. If Quigg does a job on him, we'll go around telling everyone how he knocked out Martinez quicker than... You know how it all works. You know how boxing works, man. I don't know why you lot are falling for this.
You
Yo,
sound
the
like
thing that
Darren
got
McGuigan.
Yo, the thing that cracked me up was that Frampton also was clowning on Quigg. He was like, you close your eyes and fucking swing. And managed to fucking land a lucky punch on fucking Kiko.
Yeah, but he landed it. You know, it's one thing if you close your eyes and you don't land it. You know, it's fucking... I was forever on a day picking Frampton up until this fight.
No, come on, True.
And when I saw them both face to face, I was actually surprised that they're pretty much the same height, pretty much the same size, but I don't know, this is far and away the biggest fight that either fighter has had.
I think Frampton actually packs more of a punch, man. His body is just like fucking physically built, dude.
What does his body have to do with his power?
No, I don't know, but it just looks like... If I was to compare both of them, I would say that fucking Frampton looks more of a fucking boxer than fucking Quigg.
To be honest,
yeah,
Jew, I was also surprised because I thought that Scott Quigg was much taller than him. And when they stood next to each other, there actually isn't that much of a difference.
No.
I was really surprised by that. So I don't know why we have this image of Scott Quigg as being this monster at the weight, but maybe, I don't know. Maybe it was just an illusion because of the suits or something. But
David Price style.
The shoes as well. Quigg might have been wearing heels that night.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, maybe he was, man. I need to check that. Maybe he had a little platform shoes on. I really don't know, but yeah, they don't seem to differ that much in size. So, and I was always a bit wary of Quigg and his size because I thought that might be the deciding factor and also his power. But I don't know, man. I kind of lean a little bit towards what MV2 is saying, but also towards what Hamada is saying, and that's what makes it such a fucking great fight.
Yeah, but
What the fuck? You're not leaning towards what I'm saying too, or what?
You didn't add any value to the conversation. I don't even know what you said, so...
Yeah, but you can't deny that the momentum is with Quigg.
It is, man. And that's...
It's not.
Dude, I said the same at the beginning of the show. I said Frampton looks very emotional, man. He looks emotionally invested in this shit. Like, he gets so fucking wound up.
It's the momentum's not with Quigg. You guys...
In the last 6
See,
months,
look how...
it's changed. The dynamic of the fight's changed.
By
It's
one
went from
fight.
being like 70-30 Frampton to 50-50.
No, this is not a 50-50 fight.
No, fuck no.
This ain't a 50-50 fight.
We'll see.
It's not.
But Hamada, if you were fighting somebody and you got dropped in your last fight twice and the other guy knocked somebody out in the second round, you wouldn't feel like the momentum's on your side.
So Quigg's never been dropped before. Quigg's been dropped before and he's been dropped himself. What does that mean? People just over-exaggerate getting dropped. Getting dropped is part of boxing. Not everyone's Floyd. Not everyone goes their whole career without getting dropped. Alright, Floyd did get dropped against Judah, but it didn't count. His hand touched the canvas. It weren't a proper knockdown. Flat back on the ground. We all know that. But people get dropped in boxing. I don't know what people just keep exaggerating. This is what promoters and all these people do. They do what they want to confuse the fans. They want to make it seem like Quigg has a chance. Quigg can't win. I don't think Quigg can win this fight. Quigg is a puncher, but he's a sloppy puncher. People forget Quigg has got poor footwork. Quigg is robotic. He's like a robot. When's the last time you don't watch a Quigg fight?
Yeah, Quigg needs his opponent to stand in front of him, and one thing Frampton can do, he can fight on the back foot, and he's got good lateral movement. So
Joe Gallagher's worried about it. He even said in an interview, let's hope that Frampton doesn't go and box off the back foot and make it seem like it's Mayweather. See, even he's worried of Frampton boxing ability. This is what I'm trying to say to you. Like, it's about levels, man, and I just think Frampton's much better. I think Frampton can stand in the pocket with Quigg and knock him out if he really wants to do that.
Who has Quigg fought?
Nobody. He beat up a bunch of bantamweights and then he beat Kiko, and all of a sudden this Kiko wins his breakout fight, which makes everyone think that he's going to beat Frampton. It don't make sense.
it is weird how the momentum did change though, like between those two fights, between Frampton's last fight and Quigg's last fight. A lot of people were favouring, because a lot of people were favouring Frampton, and with like his performance getting dropped, and then with Quigg.
Fuck that. I'm picking Frampton because of that fucking work that he put on Chris Avalos, bro. That was a fucking good ass fight.
Yeah, it was a good fight. I'm talking about the fight after that though.
Yeah, the one that was in USA and Texas, I think, right?
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one was whatever, but I'm thinking that he's gonna come out more beast than he did with the Kiko Martinez and the Chris Avalos fight, man.
Yeah, but sometimes coming out too beast is a bad thing. You're a bit too emotional sometimes. Like what? No, it's true. Like what Kimo was saying. Like in the press conference, I've not seen any of the press conferences, to be honest. I've been busy this week, but from what people are telling me, it sounds like he's getting a bit emotional, and he may carry some of that emotion in the ring, which I think is going to be a bad idea. I think.
I see the Timothy Bradley in him.
Oh, come on!
Listen, I've been following.
I think
let
he's
me
gonna
just say
lose
this.
it.
I think people are taking this shit overboard with that whole.
I've been following Frampton for years now. Frampton's always like this. I remember when he was going to fight Avalos. Avalos was winding him up.
Yeah, he's a calm guy, right?
Avalos was talking bare shit, the American brash talk. He was coming with all that. That wound up Frampton. But then look what Frampton done to him in the ring. It don't matter. All this brash talking and winding people up. That don't matter, man. Come on, man. Frampton is like this. But when he gets in the ring, you lot will see.
I agree. I'm not even trying to say that this face-off is going to affect the fight that much. I just think that Frampton thinks that Scott Quigg might be a problem for him. Like, regardless of face-off, regardless of facial expressions, regardless of all that shit, I think the guys who were delaying this fight was Barry McGuigan. And you need to ask yourself the question, why would Barry McGuigan wait for the fight to take place?
Because Hearn was offering him shit money.
In February, in a 20,000 seater arena, when you could have had it in the summer in a fucking 60,000 arena. I do think it is Barry McGuigan that held this fight up.
No, that's not true. That's not true.
How do you know?
Because I remember when Frampton was in Matchroom, Eddie Hearn, when I think Quigg was British champion, they tried to make the fight, and apparently Eddie Hearn went live on Sky Sports and said, "I spoke to Joe Gallagher, and they don't want this fight."
Yeah, okay, the audio was recorded, but when was that?
That was when he beat Kiko, and Quigg was in the crowd. I think that was 2013.
Cal Frampton beat Kiko.
Yeah, I think something like that. It was around them times.
Yeah, Quigg was still with Hatton, I think, innit?
Wasn't like Scott Quigg like present at one of the fights or something? He was like ringside for like a post interview, right? When Frampton won, right?
Yeah, I think that was the Avalos fight.
Yeah,
but you know what I'm talking about, Camdo, about when Eddie Hearn clearly said that he wanted to make that fight and Joe Gallagher doesn't want it.
Yeah, it's a classic soundbite, that, because he kind of totally contradicts afterwards. When he signed Frampton, then he's saying, when he signed Quigg, he's like, Frampton doesn't want it now. Eddie's good at doing that, man. If he's got the guy, he'll defend him to the hill, and if he's got the other guy, he'll defend the other guy to the hill.
Yeah,
it's called being a promoter. I mean...
Yeah, but I could believe that they actually wanted to make that fight back then for the British title when they were both up-and-coming prospects. But, do you know what I mean?
Okay, so in my opinion, Joe Gallagher didn't want the fight back then, which was a few years ago. But any time this year, I think they wanted this fight. Yeah, I think this fight could have happened a lot sooner.
It could have, but
And I think Barry McGuigan was the one who was holding it up. His ego.
But
the Barry McGuigan show, as Joe Gallagher says.
No, but you could say the same about Hearn. You could say his ego with going on to Sky Sports News and having a big check, waving it about, like looking really cringy, man. Like that probably delayed it more than what you're thinking. What Barry McGuigan didn't want the fight.
Exactly. Come on, man.
No, but listen. This is kind of like a black hole for the audience. But let me just divulge in this for a wee second. Joe Gallagher said in one of his recent interviews on the IFL, this is where I get my information from, that fucking Barry McGuigan and Cal Frampton showed big disrespect to Eddie Hearn, Joe Gallagher, and fucking Scott Quigg, saying that they were arrogant, saying that they were disrespectful. Meanwhile, they're being extremely disrespectful and extremely arrogant in that Belfast press conference. Like, you saw fucking Cal Frampton write signs and shit on pieces of paper as fucking Scott Quigg's fucking speaking. You know what I mean? Showing no respect for his opponent. And fucking when Eddie Hearn and Joe Gallagher's trying to talk, I know this is what it's going to be like. I know that's the fucking Lions Den, but still, they're fucking egging it on. Like, they're encouraging it. Show some class. Show some disrespect. For them, it's personal. I do think it's personal.
It is.
It's more than business.
Of course it is.
That's why the fight's not been made. That's my point. Because it's personal for them.
The way I see it is, it's not just Frampton versus Quigg. It's like, it's the whole team versus the whole of the other team. Do you get what I'm trying to say? It's Joe Gallagher and Eddie Hearn versus McGuigan, Frampton. It's like, that's why I said there's not going to be a rematch, because whoever wins, no matter how they win, is going to walk off into the sunset with their win. They do not want to work with each other again to make a rematch. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Unless it's a Froch Groves type of.
That's what I'm saying. Unless the money's right, if the rematch is ridiculous money in a massive stadium, then they'll do it then.
But if there's a clear winner, say Frampton knocks him out or Quigg knocks him out, they're not going to fight again.
True. I mean, I think you're right about that part. I mean, even Barry McGuigan was calling Eddie Hearn an asshole, like in the press conference. Like, they kind of, I wouldn't say lose their cool, but they were losing it a little bit. At least they're not exactly portraying themselves the way they want to be, I think.
You know what Eddie Hearn was saying, though. You don't acting like, you don't not even bringing up what Hearn was saying. Hearn was talking stuff like, we made this fight happen. Without us, this fight wouldn't be happening. We're putting the money up. When you hear someone talking like that, what are you going to think? You're going to think, what an arsehole. So he just spoke his mind. There's no big deal. I mean, I don't know, man. I think you lot are reading too much into this.
All right, just one last thing, because we're fucking beating a dead horse. But okay, I've never understood Cal Frampton's anger at Eddie Hearn. Obviously, there's a lot more to it. All right, but just for the outside looking in, you've got a promoter who's invested in you, built up your name. Paid you money before you became a star. That's what promoters do. They give fucking fighters money, hoping that you become a big star, and then they get their money back. But from the way I look at it, just as Cal Frampton was about to become a big star, he goes with Barry McGuigan. So fucking, no wonder Eddie Hearn might be pissed off. No wonder he fucking might be personal for him. For Eddie Hearn, that is. So if Eddie Hearn's got a few comments to make to that side, to be honest, I think he's entitled. I don't really see the animosity that Cal Frampton and Barry McGuigan have got for him.
You never know. There could have been things going on behind the scenes back then when they were to each other. So you never know. It's just hard to say.
Anyway, guys, see before the weigh-in, Cam, have I got your permission to talk about Ronda Rousey?
Keep it short, bro. Keep it short.
Fuck it, hell, man. Are we really gonna do this?
Yeah, I just obviously I was talking to my boy Leon, and this is his point, so I don't want to steal his thunder too much, but every boxing podcast this week, Ronda Rousey this, Ronda Rousey that. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about MMA. Honestly, MMA is boring as fuck to watch. Like, that was a good fight, don't get me wrong. That was a good fight because it was boxing involved. The only time MMA is interesting is when it's stand up. On the ground, it's boring as fuck. No one watches judo. Wrestling from the Olympic Games has been banned because it's boring as fuck. Jiu-jitsu, for people who don't know, I do jiu-jitsu. I don't watch jiu-jitsu. Jiu-jitsu is boring as fuck. I try to watch Polaris. There's something on YouTube called Polaris. It's like a international jiu-jitsu competition. I know who competes, but I don't watch them because you know why? Because it's fucking boring. It's extremely boring. There's something really snidey also about elbows. I hate Muay Thai. Like, see, when you see somebody elbow someone in the face, it's snidey.
I disagree with you on that, man. I fucking love elbows. But I watch Muay Thai as well, so.
You guys still there?
Sorry,
Yeah.
did I just cut off?
I think everybody just cut off.
Yeah, just to finalise my point. This Holly Holm, world champion boxer, schooled him. Schooled her. That was it. That is a win for boxing. But it's not such a win for boxing that every fucking... Like, I was listening to the last round, Kimo, I know you probably listened to that as well. The whole fucking show.
The next round.
The next round.
Mm.
Ronda Rousey. Fuck off. And I fucking love boxing. Court music.
Who is that, anyways?
Who what?
Who's that? Ronda Rousey. Who is that?
Some
Shut
girl
up,
that
Floyd.
said she beat Floyd up.
Never ever heard of her.
Yeah, I agree with you. Not 100%, but a lot. I think I don't think it's even a win for boxing because all these boxing media members look like some girl that just got dumped by her boyfriend. All they talk about is another, an athlete in a different sport altogether. That all they do is shit on, yet all they do is talk about her. It's ridiculous.
Totally.
It just shows what kind of position that I think the sport is in. They're just so desperate for any kind of subject that's going to get them a lot of media attention because they can't find it internally.
True. The problem is that MMA has talked down on boxing for a very, very long time. And I think a lot of boxing fans, which is kind of a retarded way to think, suddenly came out of the woodwork, saying that, oh, look, a boxer beat the best MMA fighter in the world, Our sport is better than yours. I've seen this a lot, actually, on Twitter.
She did.
And, yeah, but she's not, the thing is she's not a boxer. She's an MMA. She's an MMA fighter.
It's so different.
She's an MMA fighter. She got up in scrambles. She avoided the takedowns. That was all part of her victory, So you can't say she's a boxer. She's not. She just has a boxing background. But right now, she's an MMA fighter. Her training day consists of all the different martial arts that an MMA fighter requires to practice. So that whole argument is bullshit. Her stand-up was just phenomenal compared to Rousey, but I mean,
exactly. Relatively, it was outstanding. By itself, it wasn't that great, in my opinion. But you know what? It also goes into what you just said, Kimo. When you fight MMA, your stand-up has to change. It can't be anything close to what it is like in boxing because you don't have to worry about any of the other martial arts to defend. It's just an entirely different sport.
Absolutely. I mean, your stance is different, your anticipation is different, your movement's different, everything's different. But I find it disappointing that boxing fans actually went down to the level of certain MMA fans. And FYI, I watch MMA as well, so I'm not like hating on MMA, but I find that whole I find that whole boxing versus MMA discussion just fucking ridiculous. Like, they're two different sports. We don't need to compare them, and it's not like this was a victory for boxing. It was just a really popular woman who got knocked the fuck out by a head kick.
You know, it proves to me that boxing is the number one martial art.
You can't say that.
But why?
Based off
Why?
what?
You can end it in a fucking second, a flash. And basically, you could fucking... How long has Holly Holm been training fucking MMA? Probably a couple of years. So she's fucking learned how to defend the takedown. Obviously, for this fight, learned how to defend the armbar. She can kick. An oblique kick. Oblique kick is like, you're just fucking kicking down. That's it. I mean, I could do that. I have done that. That shit
But
is
Chew, nobody has been able to stop the takedown and the armbar, and she's the only one who did it so far. So you can't say like, oh, that's a small thing that she did. No, it's not. That's huge. That's probably the reason why she won the fight. One of the reasons.
Yeah, let me jump into you because you're criticising other podcasts talking about MMA, and you talked about MMA for 10 minutes.
That's them that fucking carried on for that. Anyway, the point is...
this is a pretty fruitless argument.
Anyway, we have the live stream of the weigh-in.
Ooh.
Is it happening? I need a link, man.
Just go to HBO Boxing's YouTube.
Go to the chat.
Ooh.
Who's Zhang Zhilei?
He's that big, I think he's Chinese heavyweight.
Oh, so there's another one. I thought his name was Dong.
Oh, this is a different guy.
So China's producing him?
Yeah, where's this weighing going on? It looks like it's in some cheesy nightclub.
Yeah, it looks shit, man. Why don't they have have it in the arena with all the fans there and...
It's I think it's
kind
like
of shit.
in the Mandalay Bay, one of the conference rooms or something.
Fucking looks terrible.
It's because
They didn't do it.
these promotional companies don't know what the fuck they're doing. That's why.
Fucking morons, I swear.
I don't know about you, lot, but I love when a fighter misses weight.
Why?
I don't know. It's just funny. You just see them come up a pound over. I don't know, man. Weigh-ins are too routine, man. They just go weigh in. I like a little bit of controversy.
Oh shit, man! This guy looks like Daniel Lim.
Does he? That's not the Chinese heavyweight, though, is he?
No.
Oh, it is. Zhang Zhilei. Oh, I think Joshua beat this guy in the amateurs
I'm not sure, to be honest.
in the quarterfinals of the Olympics or something. Yeah, Joshua did beat him. He's not bad.
Yo, Cam, while we're just waiting for it to start, do you want to give the people an update on the poll that we've been running?
The Twitter poll.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you go to the Boxing Coalition Twitter account, you'll see a poll about Black Ski Mask Joe. And you have to vote yes if he's a bum, and yes if he's a bum. So there's no option to vote no.
I think the majority goes for yes, right?
Yeah.
Sign me up for the latter.
Yo, Lim, you got the tissues ready?
Oh, you know it. I got some extra lubrication. Got a
You
nice
mean the
pair of
Vaseline?
socks.
You guys are gay as fuck.
Yeah, man.
Lim, you got your Vaseline as well.
Joe, don't say anything, yeah? You got your gay lover, Rob Palmer, with you all the time.
Nah. Fuck that.
That Plymouth from the UK.
That Plymouth from the UK that has a crush on my father.
Yo, guys, shall I make the weigh-in audio come through the show, or should we just leave it as it is and just comment on it?
Nah, bring it in.
Nah,
Yeah,
leave
but this
it
is
as
all
it
bums
man.
weighing in, man. When does the main event?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just bring it in when the main guys come.
Yeah, exactly,
Go to
man.
Canelo.
When they introduce Canelo Alvarez.
I hope this shit don't go on for
Iowa.
1 hour, man. I hope they don't do the whole fucking undercard and then Canelo Cotto lost.
I hope not. I'll fall asleep.
Especially
Yo,
you
Kimo.
in your time zone. What is it, touching 3 o'clock?
Yeah, it's 2:38, 2:38. Yeah. What's up, Hamad?
I was born
I wanna
ready.
ask you a serious question.
Ask me, bro.
Live on air. You ready for it?
It better not be a Mayweather question.
No, it's got nothing to do with Mayweather. Actually, it's quite even worse.
Is it George?
No. What I wanted to know your thoughts on Yusuf Mack.
Wow. Why? Why did you even go there, my man?
Amada, I don't know what the... Is that Colonel Bob Sheridan, by the way, on the stream? Yes, it is. Yeah, dude, I mean...
Damn, those Mexicans are live.
He did what he had to do, man. That's all I gotta say.
Have you watched it? I haven't watched it. I
don't judge the man. I don't judge the man. I just don't.
Did you watch it?
Did I watch? Of course I didn't watch it, dude. It's blocked here in the UAE.
Yeah, we know you watched it, Hamada.
I actually didn't watch it. It's funny that I didn't even watch it, but I saw a picture and it made me sick, man. Started feeling sick.
Alright.
I ain't gonna lie, I'd probably check it out, but unfortunately I can't.
So you can't watch none of that stuff?
Huh?
So you can't watch that sort of stuff in your country?
It's all... Streaming is all blocked, man.
Wow.
I'm like MV2, man. I gotta go out in the streets in a dark coat and like...
Make some handshakes and shit.
Find it, you know? Like a fucking ghoul.
Where's KH today?
Massaging Sean Monahan's fucking biceps.
Yo, that's the first good joke you made today, man. Oh, shit.
Oh, shit. Joe,
I'm expecting fucking KH to call like in 2 minutes.
Where is Palmer, man? I want to hear his take on this fucking Frampton Quigg situation.
Palmer.
Brendan Hand as usual. I can see in his comments on Facebook.
That true is the best promoter, isn't it?
Brendan Hand.
Black Ski Mask Joe, we need to talk about the ratings.
What the fuck is happening with Colonel Bob Sheridan's hair?
That's a fucking badass haircut, man.
It's a wig.
Nah.
Yo, Palmer.
Who's this?
I ain't gonna forgive you for that fucking comments that you made about my father.
Well, he was giving you that compliment, man.
Oh, Michael, you're
Yeah, he was, but my dad doesn't take kindly to those compliments.
Those Yusuf Matt compliments.
Yeah.
What are you?
Yo, what's this
Luke
white guy
Skywalker,
doing with
Joe?
Rock Nation?
He says next time don't sit next to him.
What about him? What's his name?
Who?
This guy from Rock Nation that you're speaking of.
Jay-Z.
Nah. I don't know who the fuck that is, but he doesn't know what he's doing, I can tell you that.
He don't. He's paying Cotto like 50 million. I mean, he clearly's got no
15 fucking million, dude.
This guy looks like an owner of like the Ringley Brothers and shit.
That's like
This
Conor
guy's-
McGregor money.
Exactly, that 9 figures money, eh?
Should I
This
see
is King,
this?
This is King McGregor, yeah? You know what's my favorite line to use now? Whenever
What?
I'm around people, instead of saying no way, I say fuck off, yeah?
Fuck off, yeah.
This is the
Fuck
team.
off, yeah? I remember he said something when Conor was in New York. He said, "Is that the Empire State Building?" Oh, fuck off, yeah?
Enjoy that.
Yo, Cam, did you finally check him out?
What? Any
Conor
fights?
McGregor.
Nah, no fights. I watched that Box Nation interview though. That I've shown you.
I hope boxing has a guy like Conor McGregor in the next 5 years. I surely hope so. Because unlike Floyd, he's actually witty.
Oscar De La Hoya wants to snatch that mic.
Yo, Colonel Bob looking fucked up, man. Look at that chin.
Who's
Oh,
Colonel Bob?
Don't hate on the fucking legend.
Who's
That
Colonel
double
Bob?
That double chin of glory.
Is that your
Colonel
dad's
Bob
ski
is-
mask?
Probably so.
Colonel Bob is shot, man. I heard like a few weeks ago there was a fight where a guy got dropped to the right hand to the chin, and he was like, "Oh, great right hand to the body."
He's ready to go.
That guy looks
Honestly, I'm not
like
even
Chepo in
joking.
30 years.
Chepo.
Chapo.
Dude, his call, Calderon Segura, is legendary.
He looks like a fucking geese.
What's up with those fucking glasses, too?
Yeah, some
He's
shit.
got the yellow tinted glasses.
Yeah.
Cocaine glasses, man.
Oh,
Those
man.
prescription yellow
Oscar's
tint
off the
glasses.
sniff, yeah?
Look at all these fucking
It's good to
losers.
see Oscar doing his job now, man. But you
Oscar
don't
is
think-
not a natural speaker, man. He always sounds.
Oh my
awkward
god,
when
he's
trying to
terrible.
talk. He's fucking horrible. man.
Stuff like that.
You can tell he's just making shit up. He stutters a lot. He says the word about 15 to 20 times in a minute span.
He's
He's
from
always
Mr.
making
Lay,
shit up on the
bro.
go.
He makes Scott Quigg sound like Stone Cold Steve Austin on the mic.
He's the Mexican Eddie Hearn.
No, he's not. He's the
Yeah,
complete
he's
opposite
not.
of that. He's the
Hearn
opposite
knows
of
how
that.
to talk, man. Hearn knows how to fucking talk.
Although he's probably took more Botox than I did.
They're dragging this weigh-in out, man. I just want to see the weigh-in.
Right.
I know,
Canelo's
man. What the
drained,
fuck's
man.
going on?
Canelo's drain. He's got the plastic on. That's it.
Hey, don't make me get fretful about my baby.
Yeah, I think Canelo's going to miss weight. I think he's going to have to come back.
If he does miss
Ooh.
weight,
He's
And you
picking
know
Cotto.
Cotto's not letting him off. Cotto's going to make him strip down to 155. He's not even going to let him come an ounce over.
Miguel Cotto no es middleweight.
Cotto's probably the kind. Cotto's the kind of guy that'll say, "Yeah, I want your whole purse."
Miguel Cotto don't fight middleweight. That's classic.
Come on, hurry the fuck up, man.
Look, man, why is this
no.
bum here?
not this
Jesus.
motherfucker.
Let's hear the booze. Let's hear the booze.
SOG.
Oh my god, why are they putting this guy on the air?
Fuck this SOB motherfucker, man.
Honestly, I'm so confused as to why this guy is prominent.
Look what it
He
says:
doesn't
top
ge-
rated pound for pound fighter.
He doesn't
Rated
generate
pound
any
for pound.
numbers.
You're a fucking joke.
So, if I don't
Andre
know,
Ward's got swagger.
Andre Ward is on the screen.
My
Yes.
god.
Andre Ward's got swagger though. No one can't take that from him.
Yeah.
Why the hell did
Fuck
Rock Nation
Andre
sign this
Ward.
guy?
Kimo say it. Fuck Andre
Fuck
Ward.
Andre
Yeah.
Ward. Dude, his glasses are.
He looks like a snooker player.
When's the last time you've seen a polo with 4 buttons?
He's a
That's
fucking
funny.
faggot.
Shit, man, like
Oh,
the
yeah,
heavyweights
Yao
not even
Ming,
weighed in
ready
yet.
to get on the scales.
What were they doing all that
Yao
time?
Ming. I don't know. Who's that guy that looks like Yao Ming? And then you got another guy who looks like Regan Dao, the 6'4" version of Regan Dao.
Yeah, that's racist.
Nah, the way you say Jap is racist.
Wait, they
Live
still
racist.
haven't weighed in? Oh
How you
my
say Yao
god.
Ming?
These cunts put the T in and weigh in. Get it?
Let me put my glasses on.
Yo, that guy's out of shape, man. He's in awful shape.
Fuck else.
He's got some gains on him, man.
Look at that chest, though, man.
Yo, look at that veins.
So this
Look
guy's
at those
been doing
traps.
nested Gibbs type training.
Motherfucker got some big traps and chests, man.
His name is Juan Good.
Oh, he
One
good.
bad.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
he
man,
makes
this guy's flabby as fuck. Look at him.
He making all tons of gains.
Oh.
This guy looks like Lim right now in the present day.
Hey, Schemas, I know you would kill for that body.
Of course, man.
You wouldn't even
That
look like
actually
that
looks
after
stiff.
5
That's
years
good.
of training.
One good. Looks as if he's straight for the fucking prison yard.
Hell yeah.
Look at that foam.
Wait a minute. Have they, those two just fucking weighed in right now? That fucking Chinese guy's been waiting there about 20 minutes.
Exactly.
Dude, I
me
got my
2
money
reps,
on the
homie.
Chinese guy,
2
man.
more reps.
Yo, I
gonna
guarantee you
crack him on
fucking
the
I
cheek.
could beat this guy.
Who?
This guy before. He got fucking rocked his last fight.
Who, the muscular guy or what?
No, the Chinese guy. He got fucking rocked the last fight. Zhang.
Zan.
Dang.
He's a good amateur, you know. He's got a good amateur shit. I'm on his Wikipedia right now. He beat Graskov in the amateurs.
This is
Oh,
Caballero.
No, I'm talking about the heavyweight.
Yo,
No,
I
I
like
know.
Randy Caballero's logo on his t-shirt, man.
Is it Canelo after these two?
No,
Nah, we
I
still
think
got a
it's
few.
Rigo.
We got Miura, probably got Rigo.
Fuck me, dude.
That's a long way in.
Yo,
Yeah,
this heavyweight got silver in Beijing and bronze at 2 world championships.
Beijing, though, innit?
Yeah, it's true. Beijing. Yeah, but that's all right, you know. He's got a decent amateur background. I think he fought Joshua. I think, honestly, I don't know where I heard about that, but yeah, look, London 2012, he was defeated by British boxer Anthony Joshua in the quarterfinals on points.
Nobody cares about the amateurs, man.
Oh yeah, I remember your little debate with Chew and that about the amateurs. I ain't even gonna go into it.
Come on.
You was talking the hell of shit.
Come on, Deontay Wilder got a bronze medal as a heavyweight, so that doesn't mean
Yeah,
shit.
Deontay Wilder's not that bad, is he?
He's not that. No, he's not that good.
Yo, my boy, the Playboy Lee Haskins weighing in.
Yeah, he looks in good shape, you know. He looks ripped.
He does, man.
Who is this bum?
Ooh, he got those pistols like Maidana.
He's got the
All right.
pistol aimed straight towards his dick.
Oi, come on.
Yo, come on, Dan.
Oh
Terrible
shit,
tattoo.
he's got the tattoo of the gun. Where's Santa got them? That's his people, isn't it?
This is a 118. What the fuck?
Yeah, Bantamweight World Championship.
Yeah, all those Mexicans in the background. Viva Mexico.
Where's Jay-Z?
He's not even there.
He can't be.
That
He
motherfucker.
can't be bothered.
I know Jay-Z's music app is going through the gutter right now.
Yeah, maybe that's why they wasn't promoting it, huh?
Yo, Caballero looks fucked, you know.
Yeah, he
He
doesn't
don't
look
look
in
good.
great shape, does he?
He doesn't look in good shape, but look at his eyes and his head. He keeps looking everywhere.
There are a lot of conversations going. He might be overweight.
Hamada, you told me not to. You told us not to read too much into these things, man.
He's coming at 123 and a half.
What's he meant?
It's supposed to be
I
118.
told you.
Fuck it.
I
What
told you
the
he's fucked
fuck,
up.
man?
I told you,
Everything's
he
in
look fucked.
disarray, man. Everyone's
Yeah.
arguing.
Look at his coach is screaming at him.
He's on that Frankie Gomez diet.
Shit.
Cam, I saw it in his eyes, you know.
That's
I saw it
crazy,
in his
man.
eyes. He looked fucked. He didn't look right.
Yo, for bantamweight, coming in that
That's
like
ridiculous.
4 pounds.
That's over super bantamweight.
That's crazy, man.
That's over super bantamweight. He's a
Cheeky fucker.
featherweight, basically.
I knew straight away. You know the way the guy was reacting. That's weighing him. Like his reaction showed me
Yeah.
straight away that he's overweight, but I didn't know he was going to be that much.
Cam, I told you, I love a way when someone's overweight.
Canelo's going to be overweight as well.
Hey, watch your mouth,
So,
Cam.
Hey,
Oh, sorry, Lim.
so
sorry.
Wassif in the chat is asking, Chew, would you walk past these two? I wouldn't walk past Caballero because he's over the limit now.
You might trip over Caballero, the fat cunt.
No, but he's over the bantamweight limit, so I'd shake his hand.
So does that mean that the title's only available for Haskins then
Yeah,
to win?
Don't need to make a deal.
yeah.
That's crazy, man. Haskin
gonna
looks
take some
Haskin looks a
respect
bit
as well.
pissed off, man.
Yeah, you can't even do a weigh-in properly if you're 5.5 pounds overweight.
Yeah, he can't even.
You don't
That's
deserve that.
He can't make 118 at all.
But again,
Or he might have had the flu or something. That's what happens a lot of times to these guys the day before.
Might have been ragu.
Yeah, but surely, like, you know, these fighters, they're stripping down so much weight that when they get to a certain weight, they must be feeling sick, and they
Yeah,
can't.
no.
They can't strip
That's
down more weight. It's
yeah,
natural.
and that's conducive to getting infections and stuff like that.
Yeah, you're vulnerable.
Why can't these Mexican American fighters make weight? Random
Tacos, man.
Those tacos are just
in
too
Puerto
good.
Burritos.
Tacos de tripa.
En tostados, yeah.
See, Cam,
sure.
you know, Cam, I saw in his eyes here, he was looking around, he was looking a bit weird. I think he knew he was overweight.
Yeah, he
Obviously, these
must have.
few people, they know they're overweight. Obviously,
Of course,
they check
man,
themselves
dude.
all the time. But
I don't think it has anything to do with Mexican Americans particularly. It's just fighters trying to go down the weight divisions to get an advantage when that's just not healthy. People shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah.
That's why I
I'm
prefer
serious.
I prefer same day
Oh,
weigh-ins.
sorry.
I prefer same day weigh-ins.
Buffer in the house. Dude, this better be good.
I wonder if his voice is still
Yeah,
fast.
I'm gonna have a look at Twitter and see what the reaction's like.
Dude, nobody cares about Caballero.
I was gonna say, people probably don't give a shit, to be honest.
Probably like 4 or 5 guys on Twitter.
It's probably just the British people like shitting on Caballero.
Four tweets from Naota and 1 tweet from Wassam. That's
Nah, a lot of Brits would be look, people are saying
Furious?
125, what the fuck? 125 actually.
Hey, come on. We know you're
People
we know
talking
you're
about-
making those tweets up.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Oh
I
shit,
want to
man!
get one of
Lim,
the South
you have
Coast
to-
Mitsubishi hats, man.
I was gonna say, yo,
Look at-
Ronnie
look at-
Rios is sponsored by South Coast Mitsubishi, man. They got the Kimo curse, haven't they?
I swear,
Damn.
boxing just makes me scratch my head sometimes, man.
By the way, I'm gonna give an update soon on the Raynham Steel negotiations, man. They're going really well.
Yo, we're definitely gonna get the contract or what?
Yes, it's gonna be a lucrative deal.
What is Raymond Still?
It's gonna be one of our future sponsors, man.
How are they going to pay us?
Who's this
What
on
are the
the
royalties?
scale right now?
Ronnie Rios,
Who the
Ronnie.
fuck are these guys? Man, hurry up.
Ronnie Rios, and Jason Velez.
Isn't Jason Velez
I
the
think
guy
I've
that
seen
fought
Jason
Broner?
Velez fight, you know.
Yeah, he fought Broner, right?
No, Velez fought Gradovic as well. He got a draw against him.
Yeah, that's
so that-
where I seen him fight.
So that means he's a fucking bum.
Yeah.
Because if you draw against a bum, you're a bum.
Yeah.
Wow, this is so titillating.
It's fucking boring. Now that midget rigging down, and then we're good to go, man.
I'm excited to see.
Rigging the-
I'm
No, I think
actually
we-
excited to see.
No, we still
Rigondeaux
got
fight.
Miura and Vargas as well.
Damn, look at those bitches though.
Fucking kidding me?
Yo,
Hell yeah.
Ski Mask Joe's getting excited by the ladies. The
Hell
Corona
yeah,
girls.
come on.
So you like the right one, huh, Joe?
I like actually both of them, but yeah, the right one looks fucking fine.
The top rank girls are the best, man. Nothing beats the top rank women.
Yeah, the top one.
Nah, the Tecate girls, man.
Nah, the top rank girls. There's one in particular I like a lot.
That looks like such a shitty
I
belt.
don't know. I don't even know what she.
Yeah,
I can't
I know,
tell
right?
you what she
That looks like a
I
belt you
wouldn't
pick
even
up.
want that.
That looks like some shit you buy at Toys R Us.
You know what? That's like a key to get into a locker.
No wonder Miguel Cotto didn't pay sanctioning fees.
Look at
Miguel
me,
Cotto
holding
don't
the
not
belt.
pay for this good shit.
No, that was terrible, Joe.
Honestly, yeah, Joe, you should just stop on a high note. That one
Oh,
cage
shit, man,
was pretty decent.
We don't need to hear interviews, man.
Fucking hell,
Yeah, no.
man. I think Canelo's drained shit.
I hate this Kieran Mulvaney motherfucker, man.
You know why they're
Why-
delaying
why-
it? They're trying.
Lim,
Canelo's trying
Lim,
to strip off
seriously.
their last few pounds.
Lim, why does this guy have a job with HBO?
I don't know, because I think he has a unique voice, maybe. People like that shit. I don't
No, he
fucking
doesn't
know.
have a unique. He sounds like any fucking dude.
He does sound like a fucking goon.
Seriously, man, we could be doing a better job.
I know, exactly. That golem looking motherfucker. And look at this ugly fat fuck with his 4 chins.
Looks like Jabba the Hutt.
Oh, Cam, he doesn't.
right.
He doesn't even have a double chin. He's got a double cheek as well.
Double cheek.
Fucking-
He's got fat underneath his ears.
This guy's still getting paid his
Is
This guy's still getting paid his royalties from the Star Wars series.
Dude, I'm pumped for the new Star Wars, man. By the way,
Well, me too.
Yeah.
I'm not really a
Those
Star
trailers
Wars
are
person, you
Spot
know.
on.
I'm not a Star Wars person.
I'm going to the premiere, man. Here, 17th of December.
I'm watching that shit in 4D.
Digital team. Stop hating.
when is Creed coming out?
Fuck that movie.
I think Creed's
Well,
out.
apparently-
Is it this weekend in the States? And then I think it's coming out in the UK in February, I think.
What? That's a
Hey,
joke. Man.
hey,
Tony
does,
Bellew said it was gonna be out in November, December.
In the States,
Hey,
out in
Gabe-
November, yeah. Not in the UK.
Gabe Rosado gets beat in the movie too.
Obviously, that's all he does. He loses for a living.
Does he get cut in the movie?
Yo, what weight is Apollo's son in the film? Because if he's fighting Rosado and then he's fighting Bellew, man, there's some weird catch weight going on.
I
wonder-
bullshit.
I wonder the scenes with Rosado that cut out the film.
Yo, this
Rosado.
Francisco guy's got a high knockout percentage.
Team Pacquiao.
28 and 22.
See that hoodie?
Yes, the Francesco's, for the people listening at home, Rigondeaux's opponents come out with a Team Pacquiao hoodie on.
Para people.
He just couldn't afford to
Is he
put his
Filipino?
own name on that shit.
Is he Filipino?
Yeah.
Man, Rigondeaux is such a weird looking motherfucker. Man. His face is fucking...
Why the hell is this guy wearing an Under Armour hat?
I was going to say, he's rocking Under Armour. Has that changed your view of him, Lim?
He's a fucking
Yeah,
poser,
I
that's
gotta
what he-
get rid of all my gear now, man. I can't be affiliated with this month.
He's not sponsored, man. He's just wearing it.
That's another thing I don't get about all these boxing guys. It seems like they just buy a bunch of gear and they just commit copyright infringement by putting their name all over the shit.
Are you not allowed to do that though? Like for example, like
No,
someone
no
like
way, 'cause
Jacobs.
it's
you
a
can't buy
false
Nike.
indication.
No,
No,
but
because
like
for example, oh my bad. Go ahead.
No, like for example, Jacobs can't just go and buy Nike gear.
I mean, he can, but a lot of these guys put their last name all over the fucking gear. You know?
That's different. I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
about that.
Trigondo.
Man.
Man, that guy looks fucking
That's
ripped.
another thing with Canelo I don't understand is why doesn't here?
Hey, Lim, shut up.
What did you say, Lim?
I don't. Under Armour
You're
doesn't
breaking
have
up,
any
bro.
Canelo gear.
Hey,
Dude,
you're
I've
breaking up,
been
Lim.
waiting for Canelo gear forever, man. I want that Under
No, that's what
Armour
I'm
shit.
saying. They haven't really done anything to promote that in, so.
Stupid, man.
Rigo
Major
coming in at
opportunity there.
121.5.
Yeah.
I hope they don't do interviews now.
Get the fuck
Oh,
off
it's
the
Rigo down now.
stage. Come on. Dude, the stare down's gonna be intense, man.
I wonder if this Filipino dude is gonna duck down like Nonito Donaire. Yo, your mic kind of sounds fucked up, bro.
Yeah, bro.
It would actually be funny if this Filipino guy actually chins Rigo.
I would love
That
that.
would, that would be funny.
I mean, another Asian already did it.
Two Asians did it.
Rigo's got
Huh?
a suspect chin, you know.
I said two
I know he
Asians
does.
did it. Donaire and then the other Jap.
I've always said, like, you know, Frampton and Quigg and that, they should fight him. You know, fancy your chances, man. I mean, you can they both can punch. If you catch him with the chin, you can knock him out.
Yo,
Rigo
Rigo's
is so
fighting for that
fucking
crappy
small.
belt as well.
I know, right?
Crack him on the chin.
Red Panty Night.
Rigo and his opponent look tiny compared to the Corona girls.
I know. I was just gonna say.
It's the high heels, man.
It reminded me of my kindergarten days when I was trying to hit on my teacher.
Is she hot?
She was gorgeous.
Mm. You are studying that body, huh?
Exactly, the human
Studying
body,
studying the movement.
the human anatomy.
Colonel Bob's doing an interview via a translator with Rigo.
I hate that translator. That guy can't translate for shit, dude.
Ski mask. Your Spanish is fucking bummy, man.
Fuck no. That's
I
one
speak-
thing that ain't.
I speak better Spanish than you.
Yeah,
do,
I
bro.
think it's a blag that Joe can speak Spanish. I don't think he can. I think he just blags with a few odd words here and there to make us think he knows how to speak Spanish.
See, look.
See You look what?
Kind
So
of
I'm
bothered,
listening.
bum.
I'm looking.
Yo, I bet they don't interview his opponent though.
Come on.
Obviously, they don't. Who cares about his opponent?
On YouTube now, there's almost 14,000 people watching this live stream.
Is that good?
I don't know, 14,000. I thought maybe more, but some people not really bothered about weigh-ins and stuff. I don't really usually watch weigh-ins unless it's a massive fight.
Hell no, my dad doesn't give a fuck about weigh-ins. He says, "Why do I want to watch men in their underwear for?"
Exactly.
Yo, is it true that Golovkin Lemieux done 70,000 pay-per-view buys?
Is it
I
about
don't know what the
100?
official number is, but that's one of the numbers I read.
Wow, you know that is whack.
Chewy
70,000 is awful.
gets some
What's
mic
the
noise off
background
you.
noise?
Ooh, I like that. That's not what he
That's
said.
awful. And they were expecting 200,000 for. That's crazy, man.
Somebody needs
I
to
don't
give Rigo a sandwich, man. Seriously.
Somebody needs to give him some high heels.
Woo-hoo, here we go.
No. We still
Oh, no,
got,
one more, huh?
we still got Vargas and Miura yet.
Are you fucking serious? Oh my god.
Hey, calm down. It's okay.
Takashi Miura.
Everything's gonna be all right.
Paulie Malignaggi talking about that he was sparring with him and shit.
Liam, the anticipation is just killing me, man.
I know. I have this Pedialyte right next to me. I'm about to make a first-class trip over to Las Vegas if he doesn't look right physically.
Yo, Lim, have you ever been to the Mandalay Bay?
Yeah, it's a pretty shitty venue.
I'm surprised they chose it for Cotto Canal. I guess they've got a better deal financially.
I think MGM was taken for the days, so they couldn't use MGM. It's better than the Thomas and Mack Arena, though. That's for sure.
No, the one that Bradley fought in, right?
Yeah.
Should have been in Texas, man.
Yeah, I thought it should have been in Texas. It would have been even for Mexicans and Puerto Ricans to be there.
Should have been at
wouldn't
fucking Belfast.
There's no Puerto Ricans in Texas.
Well, Chicago and New York, they could easily travel instead of like traveling all the way to Nevada. And booking
but that's-
expensive ass hotel rooms.
That's the definition of even playing field, though, is the fact that both parties have to travel, right?
Not necessarily.
Yeah, because Texas is predominantly Mexican, so they don't have to travel, whereas Puerto Ricans would have to travel. That's an uneven playing field.
Oh,
This guy looks fucking drained.
yeah, his face kind of looks strange.
129.5 just makes the super featherweight limit.
What was Paulie doing in Japan to spar Miura?
He was out there visiting, I think.
Ain't Paulie on the December 12th card? That's what I read.
Man, who gives a fuck about that guy, man?
I want to see him rematch Sean Porter.
Me too. I want to see him fight Golovkin at whatever weight that they agree upon.
Yo,
That would be so beautiful.
yo, Miura
Well,
looking in good shape.
Yeah, that guy does look fucking good. No homo.
What is this? What is the weight class of these two guys?
130 super featherweight.
130.
Oh, I see. Oh, this was the guy that Walters was talking about. I think Walters was Miura would be a great fight.
I think Waters was talking about
the other Japanese.
Yeah, Uchiyama.
What's his name? Uchiyama.
Uchiyama beat him, you know.
Miura?
Oh, yeah, Uchiyama beat Miura. Uchiyama's undefeated.
Nice.
He's a big puncher as well. You'd like him.
De La Hoya was staring at that chick's ass, man.
You noticed?
Yeah, I see that. He
No,
was
he
holding
was-
his belt that he got distracted for a moment.
He was checking it. He was checking to see if she had a dick. That's what he was curious about.
Nah, he was checking out those heels.
130
Yeah.
pounds.
He's like, I need to get me one pair of these.
Yeah, exactly. You should get a pair of those sexy heels.
Honestly, it's hard not to get distracted, though. I mean, you got these two fucking bimbos just standing there, just smiling. What do you expect them to do? They haven't seen a woman in about 2 months, so.
You gotta respect De La Hoya, though, man. He was a warrior back in the day.
No, that's why it's so painful to see how much of a dumbass he's become.
Hey,
this
man.
guy was busy promoting Ronda Rousey's fight rather than his own fucking fight.
Yeah.
You know, he was taking away attention from his own guy to promote another fucking sport. He's an idiot.
He's taken a lot of punches in his career as well. Let's not forget.
Yeah, he's also done a lot of cocaine, unfortunately.
That nose is a fucking champ.
Here we go.
It's a fucking vet.
I'm in love with the coco.
Fucking
Where the hell did that come from?
Not even pollen or allergies fucking faces Oscar nose.
Yeah, I keep forgetting we're still live, you know that?
It's like an after show.
It's a coalition exclusive, man.
Yo, this waiting's taking forever. I feel tired, man. I wanna go sleep.
Go to
Stop
sleep.
complaining, man. It's fucking 3 o'clock here.
It's only 11 over here as well.
I can't be bothered, yeah?
I'm fucking talking to a bunch of weirdos on Skype at 3 a.m. in the morning. Watching
Kimo,
2
give us
men
an
get
Ari
naked on a scale.
Give us an Ari impression. I'm bothered. I'm
Yeah.
gross, you know.
Where'd you go?
What do I want to watch men in their underwear
I
for?
think the girl beats him.
That was good. Fucking Ari.
Where is Ari today anyway, that bum?
Friday, isn't it? He's busy.
I don't know what happened to Ari, man. At one point, he just started
Where
going
is he?
clubbing. Before that, he never went out.
He hit 21, man. That's what happens.
How old is Ari?
I think he's about
Yo,
23, 24.
none of you lot say his age on air, man. Come on, man.
Who gives a shit, man? I'll say my age. I don't give a shit.
I think Ari's 33.
I'm telling you, man, what him and the Gale have, it's something
Ooh, that Mexican music, though, is finally playing.
to go.
They're fucking stretching this shit out. Hurry up.
I think he's hard in glass. Go on.
That
Oh,
knockout about him, it was
That Balderman
sensational.
knockout was gorgeous.
It was. This knockdown as well. I like this knockdown on Trout.
Yeah.
Man, it's just pumping me up, man.
Nah,
He was
man.
saying his legs are gone.
Nah, man.
His
Trout
legs are
slipped, man.
gone.
He slipped.
God.
He slipped, man. Trout slipped.
Trout looked like fucking Bambi.
He needs to grab and hold.
You know, Trout said after the
He's
fight
just
that how he
unpunched
dislocated his ankle. And because of that
Yeah.
knockdown.
I'm not surprised more fighters don't dislocate parts of their bodies when they fall like that.
What did he do? What did he do, Kimo? He shook him to his boots.
Shook him to. I think he left it all in the gymnasium.
Listen, you know what? Yeah, I hate Jim Watt and that, but he's funny, man.
I fucking love Jim Watt.
I love how he says arm punchies. Yo, so we're gonna have some Jim Watt bingo tomorrow.
Yeah. Canelo's just a little bit crude.
Hey,
Lovely job.
Yo, the thing is, Chew, you actually sound like him because you're a fucking Scot.
Great work here on the Challenger.
Telling you, man, Ricky Burns against Gonzalez, one of the greatest fights.
Yeah,
Ricky
Canelo
took his
looks ready.
soul.
No, he doesn't look that drained.
See, I'm telling you, man, Canelo looks good. Canelo looks good.
Yo,
look
how
at that
come,
jawline, baby.
how come Canelo always
looks
has that cold
perfect.
sores?
He looks perfect.
Look
I
at
like
that
that.
cheek.
I like that
Look at-
white purple tracksuit.
Look at that facial structure, man. It's perfection.
Oh man.
Took the red.
I hope they show when Cotto takes a knee.
No, of course they're not gonna show. They're gonna show him how
That
he
left
beat up.
hook's
fucking
gonna
bums.
end Canelo's night tomorrow. Oof.
Miguel Cotto.
Why the fuck does the soundtrack sound like a Star Wars song?
Oof. The left hook's mean.
Dude, Keel got fucking raped in that fight.
He got destroyed.
I
Like,
Do you not think? I think Cotto's got the best left hook in boxing, you know? You don't agree?
I've got. Oh, I agree.
Is that Bulls I hear?
Yeah, man. Cotto's getting booed.
Jesus, dude.
I've got to be honest. See, Cotto, he brings baby blue, and he wears pink. He rocks it well. I like his style. Like.
Canelo is energetic, man. He's looking good at the weight. This is gonna be a fucking beatdown.
Cotto's rocking pink Crocs.
I'm changing,
Lim,
man.
Lim, do you see it? I think he made the weight properly, man.
Yeah, I'm picking Canelo. I'm picking him.
Shut the fuck up, man. I can't stand people who make their decisions based off weigh-ins.
I'm just trolling, man. I got Cotto all day, man. I'm not changing my pick. Even if it's wrong, it happens, man. See, look, this time, Lim, I'm believing in Roach.
It's all thanks to Freddy.
Roach has done a great job with Cotto.
Yeah,
Roach is going to end up homeless after this shit. He's betting 2 houses.
Some great matchmaking from him, Lim.
I mean, fuck it.
I'm joking.
It's funny.
Think about looking like a beast right now.
Think about all these trainers, right? We've had all these trainers had their ups and downs, and who's still the most, prominent trainer right now?
Yo,
I'm surprised.
Is that Chepo singing that song? Or?
Jep.
No. Dude, I love Mexican music, man.
Alright, silence, guys. Come on.
I fucking love it.
I'll get the audio.
Yeah. The main event. Cam, I don't hear the audio though, huh?
The motion picture.
Yeah, I can hear it now.
Mexico, live it to believe it. O'Reilly Auto Parts, Tequila Cazadores, CTMS, Travel.com, and Caval 7. Ladies and gentlemen, let's bring the fighters to the ring at this time. First to enter the room and enter the stage, 47 fights, 45 victories, including 32 wins by knockout, only 1 defeat with 1 draw. Damas y caballeros de Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico, the challenger, former Unified WBC, WBA Super Welterweight Champion of the World, Saul Canelo Alvarez.
Canelo just
I hear the booze.
He just has that it factor, man.
Yo,
I'm serious.
Tickatu in the chat saying, can we do this live commentary while the fight's happening as well?
The 5-time world champion.
Oh, man.
Middleweight champion of the world, Miguel
Cotto's got a clean shave.
Hell yeah. I wish I could get a shave like that.
Oh.
Damn, Canelo looking rip.
From Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico, the challenger. Former super welterweight champion.
Damn, look at those calves, Kimo.
Saul Canelo Alvarez.
Look at this.
Look at that jawline.
155.
Jesus, he made the weight.
Look at that.
155 pounds for
This motherfucker looks like Terminator, man.
Hey.
Wow, bang on the money.
I want to see how quick he grabs some water.
He put up the fans first. No worries.
33 wins by knockout. 5-time world champion.
Yeah, Canelo looked like fucking Terminator, dude.
The lineal middleweight champion of the world.
Is Cotto wearing his shoes?
Miguel Cotto.
Nah, he's got the kind of sock shoe things.
Yeah, made it easy then. He ain't got nothing to worry about.
150.
152.
Cotto 153, 1/2 pounds.
And this is for the middleweight title. Well, one of them going anyway.
We're joking.
Dude.
Hey, is that Canelo's daughter?
The challenger Canelo 155, defending champion Cotto 153,
Not
1/2
sure.
pounds.
Might
I
be.
think this is the best Canelo ever looked at a weigh-in.
I think so too. I'm
Yeah,
picking
he's
that.
gonna. Yep. Canelo finna fuck him up, dude. Look at this. Fuck.
Didn't you pick Cotto?
I have to say, man, Canelo's looking
Yeah,
in great
I did,
shape.
but change my mind, mate.
Oh, look at this.
Here they
I want to
are,
see the height difference.
challenger and champion.
Not that
Yeah,
much, is
take
there,
off
really?
the fucking
The
hat.
middleweight world title.
And they're the same size.
Canelo Alvarez, Miguel Angel.
Watch them fight now. We're gonna find out if they're the same size. No chance. Canelo's gonna be like 175 tomorrow.
In terms of height.
Canelo's always been short, man. Even Floyd was like similar height.
Yeah, him and Floyd are the same height.
Tomorrow night live on HBO.
I think Floyd,
Damn, I'm
Floyd
pumped.
had a longer
I'm
reach.
pumped.
12 rounds of boxing for the middleweight championship of the world.
I wonder what
And
the
it's all here at the
advantage.
Mandalay Bay.
I'm pretty sure Canelo has like a 4-inch reach advantage on Cotto.
I don't think so. I think they're probably going to be a bit similar.
No,
I remember
no.
Floyd had a reach advantage on Canelo.
Yeah, that's because Floyd has a 6-inch reach advantage on Cotto.
Is it?
Yeah, Cotto has T-Rex arms, man.
I didn't know that.
Guys,
I
are we,
think Floyd's got long arms.
are we bothered about the interviews or?
Nah,
Yeah. Interviews.
fuck it. So who's changing their pick?
I'm joking.
I
I,
just-
ain't changing my pick. I'll go Cotto, left hook, knockout.
You better not change your pick, Joe.
Back in Cotto.
I am definitely staying with Canelo TKO, man.
Yo, Black Ski Mask Joe, we've had loads of noise off your mic all night, man.
Oh, my bad.
Fucking bum.
Yeah, boys, let's get
Jam,
some.
shall we wrap it up?
Yeah, let's get some
And,
final thoughts on the weigh-in and just final picks, and let's get out here because it's like almost 4 o'clock for you soon, Kimo, and I'm pretty tired as well. So I'll start. I'll start with Joe. Thoughts on the weigh-in and
Yo.
just final thoughts.
Yo, man, fucking Canelo looks fucking good, dude. No homo, but this motherfucker looks like straight Terminator, man. I wouldn't be too surprised if this motherfucker knocks him out.
Yeah, but who do you have
Cotto.
for the fight?
I didn't make an official pick, but now I think I'm going with Canelo, man.
Jesus Christ.
All right, thank you, Joe. Hamada,
Thank
your thoughts on the weigh-in and final thoughts?
Yeah, the weigh-in was good. I got what I wanted. Someone missed the weight. Can't complain. I just enjoy it when there's a bit of controversy.
It gets a
at the
bit
weigh-in.
frantic, innit? Like they're all like looking at each other and discussing and shit.
Yeah. Yeah, trust me, man. That's what I like. But yeah, the weigh-in was good. We see what happens. I think Cotto's going to win, but Canelo does look good, so I might have to. I'm not changing my pick, but I might have money on Canelo. Let's just say that.
All right, thank you, Hamada. Dan, your thoughts on the weigh-in and final thoughts?
No, he made weight. Weight, and that doesn't change how I view the fight whatsoever. But I got Canelo by stoppage in the later rounds. I feel like I think Cotto's gonna outbox him pretty early, but Canelo's just gonna, I think, finally learn how to adjust and adapt in the ring after he didn't do so against Mayweather.
Excellent, thank you, Dan. Chew, thoughts on the weigh-in and final thoughts?
Yeah, was expected. Canelo midway. Cotto coming slightly under. I'm still picking Cotto. Udi. Shout out to everybody in the chat. All 35 of you. I'll see you Monday.
Thank you, Chew. And finally, Kimo, your thoughts on the weigh-in and any final thoughts?
I thought Canelo looked absolutely massive, man.
and he looks in good shape. So I'm staying with my pick, Canelo TKO around the 8th or the 9th round. And I think it's going to be a fantastic fight, man. We all got different picks. I think even though it's a 3-1 fight, in a sense, it's kind of 50-50 in my mind, just because everybody's divided. But I do think that Compa just said Canelo got cursed by me. It might be the case, man, but I'm sticking with my pick. Fuck that. At the end of the day, who's fooling who, right, Cam? Or who's feeling who?
Exactly.
This could be the one to break the curse.
I think it will. Man.
No, that curse runs deep. That curse runs deep.
It does run. It does run deep, but
I want you to be very mindful, Kimo.
Yes, indeed. Just be mindful.
It's
Yo, Kimo.
What's up?
Before you go, you have to give us a shot.
Shit.
What about some drama excitement?
Some drama and excitement. Holy shit! Did you just hang up on Joe?
Yeah, man. Those his background noises getting on my nerves, man.
Getting on my noise.
I see how the fucking noise just cleared out straight away.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Anyway,
thank
guys,
you, Kimo.
I'm gonna go to sleep, man.
No worries, man.
I'm fucking
Kimo
pumped.
special, excellent. Thanks again, Kimo. All right, my final thoughts. Canelo looking good at Wayne. I'm still picking Cotto. Want to give a shout to Sarah from the Prediction League. She's gone over to Vegas for the fight, so I hope she really enjoys the time over there and I hope the fight's a cracking fight. Want to thank the people in the chat. Want to thank everyone that's been on the show today, and want to thank everyone that downloads the show week in, week out. We'll be back on Monday for the post-fight show. Peace.
You just listened to the Boxing Coalition.
I did. Man, I love boxing. I fucking love boxing.
A big shout out to the Boxing Coalition.
You're a newbie.
No, I ain't new, man.
If my fucking next door neighbour became the #1 flyweight in the world, you know what I'd do? I'd fucking walk past the cunt.
Derek, how you doing, bro?
I was physically banging, blood.
I disagree.
First time I hear the show, man, it was fucking badass.
Vamos Argentina, la concha de su madre.
I see the bomb in them.
I get home and it's like, what the fuck? Me and the kid are here. Why don't you get home and talk to us? I'm like, man, you guys don't know shit about boxing.
Kel, how does it feel to be the new IBF champion?
Feels great. Do we really dive into the black hole right off the jump?
I think he's hiding glass. Just to play devil's advocate.
You want one portion of crow or 2 portions of crow?
Give me 2 portions with a supersized fries and a large drink, please.
I can't stand him, what? I'm Scottish.
Cringe side? But you won't brush Anthony fucking fat ass Joshua, would you? He's not fat.
How about you tell us what you ate for your final thoughts?
My weight?
Thank you for listening to the Boxing Coalition. We are live every Monday, 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. UK time, 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern.